Well, 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 hello there. Hello, how are you this fine evening? After a fine day of contracting, we have come to continue our journey to save a leprechaun. As for how it's gonna go, probably not well, considering I have made many logical jumps, many logical leaps that I thought made sense. It was apparently did not make sense to the game, though, and what they wanted me to choose was something completely different. So let's see if my logic will actually save me this time. Oh god, I only carried 4 passengers that night. I swear, I only carried 4 passengers that night. I swear it, but Well, I for one was told I had to pay 5 pence for the bus. He fiddled us on the fare, he did, and then I saw that blood curl inside as well. It's all too much. I tell you, I saw McGilden stabbing that man. Everything I said before stands. Oh, yeah, she stabbed him. I think so, yes. Come on, man. You've been cold for days now. Weeks, even. Look at that fire. It should be very warm. Actually, that judge must be sweating his ass off now that I think about it. He's got the biggest, bushiest Santa beard I've ever seen, and he's surrounded by fire. Even if it's winter in, like, England, it would still be pretty hot. Wait, did it tell us what time this was at? What time frame this is? What season? It didn't. But I mean, still, he's wearing a ton of layers. Look at that. That's like official clothing. Counsel, make sense of this for me, please. The phantom 5th passenger conjured into existence by my learned Eastern friend never existed. The confusion has arisen from the coachman's sly little cozenage. Can I press you on that? No? All right, you're not someone I can press. Ah! Bibbo, explain yourself. I'm terribly sorry, Guild Master. The guild spares 4 pence across the board, you know that. Am I to understand that you've been overcharging your passengers by penny a fare? It's so cold, and the last run of the day is always half empty. You have been dishonest, coachman. I'm sorry. You're a disgrace, Bimbo. A disgrace. And your assembly actions have brought dishonor on the entire guild. Me especially. You can't stand for him. Can't stand for anyone who brings you down. If I may, sir. I had to pay 10 pence for on the bus just last week. What? 4 passenger at 5 pence each is, yes, 20 pence. I've done the arithmetic 10 times already, but I just can't make a result come out differently. No, that figures. That should be how math works, yes? Well, it would appear that one of the aforementioned misgivings has already been explained. So, counsel for the defense, your cross-examination, if you please. We've already had the pleasure of a protracted summation examination today. I see you intend to continue the parlor games. Well, they're not games. It's actually... Absolutely! Here, that it's not... Yes, we are going to do that. Didn't defend himself whatsoever. Various misgivings. I only carried 4 passengers that night. I swear it. But Oh, okay, so this is the same one. You were told to pay 5 pence. He fiddled us on the fare, and then I saw that blood-curling sight as well. It's all too much. Let's press him about this. What exactly did you see? This blood-curling sight. You mean the murder, I presume? Yes, sir. Let's look at him. Don't hit the space bar on anyone but him. We learned that last time. Just gotta pay attention to him. Okay. A loathsome sight. No one should have to witness the horror in the eyes of a man the moment his life is taken. Oh, well, not exactly, sir. I mean, I didn't actually see the exact moment the gent was stabbed. Did these two? Huh? Either you looking suspicious? Good gracious, really? We have another witness who did, however. The banker has already testified to it. But Mr. First didn't actually see the point at which the victim was killed. That may turn out to be very significant. I heard the banker gent next to me make a sharp intake of breath, see? That's when I looked through the glass. That's when I saw that horrible blade poking out from his belly, all covered in blood. Ooh, every time I see a knife now, I can't help screaming, even when I'm eating. I saw the little, like, ding happen, and it's like, are you doing? Man, that's gonna suck when you have to... Oh, okay. Everything I said before stands. Let's press him on that exact, like, how... Well, he already explained how he stabbed it. Oh, he stabbed him. I think so, yes. You think, do you? Hold on. Who's the other ones? So, he fiddles on the fair. Okay, I did that one. I did the middle one. He was told to pay 5 pence. Sure, yeah, let's press you on that. Are you sure? So, there were only 4 passengers on your carriage, but you didn't charge them a standard 4 pence fare. Is that right? It's impossible to make the last run of the day pay. It was so cold. It was all I could do to stop from passing out. I'm getting chilblains? Chilblains. Have any of you ever seen that word before in your life? I'm looking... Chilblain. Painful inflammation of small blood vessels in your skin that occur in response to repeated exposure to cold but not freezing air. Oh, so it's when people get, like, blisters and they start, like, swelling up because of the cold. That's what they're called? Chilblains? I'm not sure what to think about that. That's weird. It was terrible, so I wanted to give myself a pat on the back for keeping the bus running. Yeah? Doesn't a dedicated coachman deserve an extra penny per passenger? No, you don't. Wait, were you always like this? Okay. You're digging a deeper hole for yourself here. If only there had been a 5th passenger on the omnibus that night. Then we would have another suspect. Okay. 5 pence. Okay, you saw that one. Okay, let's, yeah, so, like, you did see it happen, apparently. So you saw the defendant, Mr. McGilded, stabbing the victim, Mr. Mason, who was sitting next to him? That's what I said, isn't it? You look like shell-shocked. What the heck? He normally does not look like that. Wait. Should I pursue him on that? Let's see what he finishes saying. It was bothering me before this was. For just a brief moment, he hesitated before answering the question. Anyway, there was only 2 of them inside the carriage, wasn't there? There's been much talk of a 5th passenger, but as yet, 0 evidence. Then what are we wasting all this time for, eh? It's black and white, the man's guilty! Something about Mr. Fairplace just jars with me. Okay. So yeah, let's go back there. Oh no, I didn't mean... No, I pressed forward. Dang. Managed to keep our chances alive here. I can't waste this cross-examination. I have to use it to bring some new facts to light. If you're not careful when you press these witnesses, the danger is that the jury will end up believing something unhelpful, as they did before. Maybe, but we can't let the fear of that happening stop us from uncovering important new information. Yes, you're so right. I need to pay careful attention here. I don't want to miss even a flicker of a reaction among these witnesses. Remember, if you happen to spot one of the witnesses reacting in a strange way, don't hesitate to pursue them to the reason. As to the reason. Okay, no. Not that one. That one not. You! Press. Well, you actually look very shell-shocked here, too. Why do you look so scared? But, like, beforehand, he's constantly shivering and, like, putting his hat up. Oh my god, I have no idea. Did you actually have to pay 5 pence? I don't know. Does that mean everyone on board that night paid 5 pence instead of 4? Well, I paid 5 pence too, sir. Okay. And I just told you that I did. Flat fare of 5 pence across the board. Okay. It's not something to be proud of. The so-called discrepancy my learned Fred identified was nothing of the sort. Much like the phantom killer you so desperately needed, it's gone. Dead and buried. I'd have been happy if it had ever existed in the first place. Why did he give me this mission? This is like... He's like, oh, it's... I remember, like, the dude, the headmaster, gave us this like, thing, and he was like, ah, yes, it's a shoo-in. There's no way you can lose this. And I'm over here, like, fighting for my life. Jeez. Okay, whoop, I accidentally clicked on something over there. Okay. Let's press you on that again. Do either of them look suspicious? Because he hesitates right here. Maybe pursue you? Mr. First. Oh, how can I help you, sir? That last statement, did it trouble you in some way? Oh, not particular, sir, no. If anything, he's troubling me with that hat of his. Has he greased his head? Oh, dear, sir, I hope that hat's not troubling you, sir. I just still am an apprentice, you see. Mr. Naruhodo, even the witness can see what's going on through your mind. You really must be more careful. I wish it were that simple. Oh god. Oh no, I don't know. I'm like so bad at these. Like, am I supposed to present them with something maybe? Hold on. I kind of want to look at what my clues are. The gloves, the carriage, the knife, the debtor's ledger. Can we present this to him?
Objection.
Oh no. Oh god, that is not. Oh, unfortunate. That is a strike. Damning, you say? As I look at you, counsel, I see your trembling hand, your pallid expression, and your perspiring brow. Huh? It seems to me that is the damning inconsistency here, with the misplaced confidence of your insertion. I'm sorry. I'm so bad at this game. I'm sorry. I have no brain cells to use, sir. Please. Okay, maybe it was something... I don't know. Let's press you on it and see if the other two react in any way. We have to pay attention to every single sentence he says. Okay, well, he is exactly the same. He's just looking off to the right and blinking. Yep, and look at that. He's blinking over and over. Well, I could do to stop myself from passing out. Okay, you two are still the same. It's just terrible. I'll give myself a pat on the back for keeping the bus running. And these two exact same. I think the problem is I don't know what to look for. Doesn't dedicate judgment or an extra penny for passenger. okay. Okay, he's still judging me silently. So it wasn't anything he did. I interrogated all the lines, I think. You didn't see the site. You did not see it. Okay, let's press you on this again. Let's see if we can see anything. You said that the victim was on the floor and described the assailant holding a knife as... Whoa. I don't remember... Oh, wait, I don't remember seeing this. What? If we press them multiple times on the same statement, they can say different stuff? Are you serious? You said that the victim was on the floor and described the assailant holding the knife in an ice pick grip. I suppose... What do you suppose? I might have, yes, put the cart before the horse, maybe. You lied. You lied under oath, sir. What's this? Well, I'm quite sure about most of it. Yeah, most of it, huh? I was driving the horses when I heard a scream from the seats on the roof deck. Oh, I expect that was me, sir. Then I turned around, yes, and I saw it through the skylight. Oh, right, the driver's seat is like up top. The gentleman was on the floor, and the knife was sticking up out of his midriff. On the floor? Hold on. So we can't present anything here. But I was just thinking, like, he can't have, because he was on the side that the driver was in. So if he looks through the skylight, he would see the other side. He wouldn't be able to see the two on his side, right? Unless he, like, leaned really far over to look. I mean, either way, let's just continue and see what he has to say. That's right, yes, and the fellow held in hand was the famous man, yes. Okay. So, in short, you didn't see the moment when the victim was actually stabbed at all. Well, I want to say I did. I really thought that I did, but when I go over it in my head, no, I suppose I didn't actually see the precise moment of it. Are you? It is that obvious? I was over here like, I need to look and analyze every single aspect of them. I need to understand and see where they'll be twitching. And he's literally oh my god. He's literally biting his cane. What is this? Did you not see it either, huh? Huh? Do you have something to say about that, Mr. Fairplay? Now you listen to me. I know what you're thinking. He didn't really see the exact moment the fellow was stabbed. What are the chances of that? Eh? Are you asking me or telling me? He's getting flustered. I might be able to extract some new information from it if I answer cleverly. Could he have just happened to see the exact moment the crime was committed? No. Some days, I mean, he could have. There's a chance. But I'm assuming the game wants me to say no. Well, it is a little hard to believe, certainly. Unless you spend your time peeping through the skylight on top of a moving omnibus, that is. Peeping? I'm a respectable city banker, I'll have you know. And I know what I saw. I remember it clear as a Ballarat day. It was a grim scene, I don't mind telling you. Thank you, Mr. Fairplay. Oh, excuse me if I was getting a little hot under the collar there, my lord. I would ask that you supplement your story... oh, God. I would ask that you supplement your testimony with a clear statement about what exactly you saw. Oh, I can do that all right. I'll tell you just how grim it was. Do you think I'd forget the sight of those blood-soaked hands after that butcher stabbed the man? Yeah. Because, like, it only has a little bit of blood on him.
Objection!
Come on, please. Blood-soaked? Hands? Well, I admit that soaked may be laying it on a little thick, but... But anyway, there was definitely blood all over them, and both of them were covered in it. Well, I'm very sorry to disagree, Mr. Fairplay, but that's more than a little peculiar. What? 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 You what, mate? Here are the gloves worn by the defendant, Mr. McGilded, on the night in question. Oh, yes, right. And there certainly does appear to be a sizable dark-colored stain there, but as I'm sure you can clearly see, it's only on the right-hand glove. Oh my god, he's actually just biting into his cane, huh? Way to chip away your teeth, man. That's how you have dentures when you're... Oh, no, he already has dentures. What am I talking about? This is England in the 18th century. In short, Mr. Fairplay, your testimony is inconsistent. Yeah, but no, that can't be right. So you're the liar here, then? That's right, you were quite clear about it. You said, yeah, it was both hands. Isn't that right? Huh. Mr. Fairplay, if your last statement was a lie, it calls your entire testimony into question. You say you saw the moment the victim was stabbed, but is that really the truth?
Objection!
You shut up. You don't have a... It was a simple mistake. You can't justify accusing this man of lying. Yes, it wasn't both hands. It was only one. But the fact remains. The victim's blood was on the accused.
Objection!
It matters heavily. What are you talking about? Yeah, he saw blood all over both hands. If he misremembers that and missaid it, who's to say he actually saw it? Which means there's a strong possibility that the witness was deliberately trying to mislead the court. Man, he is really not making this, like... He's not... Wow, he is really bad at this. It's kind of crazy. As soon as we got him to crack a little bit, he's just like, oh god, what do I do now? Why, I'm a city beggar will be sick. One world shall be the gold standard. I'm a gentleman, not some gutter snipe. Upstanding members of society don't prevaricate. He's claiming to have no reason to lie. But is that really the case? Mr. Naruhodo, if we had some evidence to explain why Mr. Fairplay might be lying, it could turn the tide in this trial completely. Oh, you mean like the ledger that has his name in it? Yeah. Did I really just click there's no evidence? Oh my god. Why is that the first choice? Why is the first choice no evidence? I just hit spacebar thinking it would be yes, we have it. So the defense has nothing. Ah, Mr. Naruhodo, did you see that? Yes, he let out an audible sigh of relief. There is evidence. We should consult the court record again. Okay, yep. I understand. There is evidence. But why was there no evidence? Oh my god. It's so annoying that it was the first choice. Yes, the defense is ready to present evidence. The evidence that will clearly demonstrate why Mr. Fairplay has a reason to lie in his testimony. I'm just gonna... Can I just, like, present it right away? No, I can't. I'm afraid, counsel, that before I can allow that to happen, I shall have to penalize you for that Oh, God, no, my heart! I mean, my badge! My school badge! I need those! Oh, God, I have one chance! I can't make it through this entire trial with one chance. I'm going to select something wrong again. The evidence I destroyed. Okay. Yep, I understand. It is the debtor's ledger.
Take that!
This is a list of the debtors who owe money to Mr. McGilded. Yes, a list of innocent victims crippled by the accused's extortion. The point is, among the names of these debtors is your name, Mr. Bruce Fairplay. What? Mr. Fairplay, are you currently indebted financially to the accused? No, well, it's barely worth calling them debt. According to this ledger, you owe 20 guineas. Not an inconsiderable sum of money, wouldn't you say? Well, what of it? Let's suppose Mr. McGilded were to be found guilty of murder. What would become of your debt in that case?
These documents state that the loan agreement is forged between two individual parties. Therefore, were the creditor, the defendant here, to be sentenced to a capital punishment, all outstanding debts which were owed to him would be annulled. They would cease to exist.
Cease to exist? Mr. Fairplay, I got your ass now. Is it not the case that you claimed in your testimony to have seen something you never in fact saw in a devious attempt to annul your debt of 20 guineas to the defendant?
My teeth! I need a gnaw on something. Order! Mr. Bruce Fairplay.
Yes, my lord.
Let me ask you again, and be aware that your answer may have most serious implications upon your future, sir. Did you, or did you not, see the precise moment in time at which the defendant is alleged to have thrust a knife into the victim?
Your silence speaks volumes. You did not tell the truth in your testimony.
All right. Now let's not make a melodrama out of this. Perhaps I did overstate the truth a pinch.
A pinch?
But it makes no difference. I definitely remember seeing blood on McGilded's hands, both of them.
Again, gloves, dude. Only one of the defendant's gloves, which we have here as evidence, is stained.
So you keep saying...
So I keep saying... Look at the gloves, man! Use your eyes! I wonder if I might be allowed to speak, sir?
Go ahead, Mr. First.
Well, the thing is, I think I remember seeing it myself, as it happens. Seeing what? The blood, sir, on the assailant's hands. I think, yes, I'm almost sure that it was on both of his hands, not just one. What? What? But, like, did you know it was Mr. McGilded's hands? Or was it someone else's hands?
It would appear that we're going to need further testimony from all you witnesses. This time I would like to know precisely what you did and what you did not see. Do I make myself perfectly clear? These liars will be gutted. If you lie to me again, I will stab you with a knife and gut you like a fish. Answer truthfully. It's not that hard. Yours.
Mr. Naruhodo, this is good news. The course of the trial seems to have shifted slightly at last.
Yeah, it did.
Holy shit. It's almost like I'm an attorney or something. I might have a chance to turn things around here. With one life left, I doubt it. Witness testimony. What the witnesses really saw. There was blood on both hands of the assailant. I sincerely and distinctly remember that. However, I suppose you might say that I didn't see the exact moment of the stabbing transpired, if that matters at all. I remember seeing the knife, and I remember seeing both of the attacker's hands with blood on them. I didn't actually see anything myself, no, not until I heard the scream.
Anyway, the fact remains, there can't have been anyone else inside that carriage, or we all would have seen.
So you say. You all would have seen, huh? Even in the cupboard?
Well, lo and behold, in truth of fact, not one of you was witness to the crucial moment the crime was perpetrated.
I apologize, but honestly, there was no one else inside that carriage, and the man's hands were covered in blood.
That much incriminating evidence I was about to say that we saw the man do it.
That's really not what testimony is about.
Let us examine the interior of the omnibus once more. The victim's fresh blood is clearly visible on the seat, corroborating the witnesses' accounts. In other words, there is no substantial nor insignificant change in the facts of the case. Very well. Your cross-examination, please, counsel.
Yes, my lord. I will do my best. Yeah. Okay. Blood on both hands of the assailant. Okay, I need to press him on... You didn't actually see it. Okay, that's good. Seeing the knife, both of the attacker's hands with blood on them. And you didn't actually see anything. The fact remains, there can't have been anyone else inside that carriage, or we all would have seen.
Hold it!
Let's press you on that just a little bit. And everything you saw of the incident was through the skylight on the roof of the omnibus? That's right. It was fiercely cold that night, but the glass wasn't frosted over. Oh, yes, I remember. I was shivering. It was so bitter.
Which rather begs the question of why the pair of you were sitting on the roof deck in the first place.
Well, I don't know about this young fellow, but I couldn't enter the cabin. Oh, why not? It was locked from the inside. I tried knocking, but no one opened the door. It was locked? That's right, and it's a public bus service, for pity's sake. It's not what I call fair play. You can't just make me sit out in the cold wind and experience my bones shiverings in the cold. Yes, I had that exact same experience. I tried knocking, but the gent inside just gestured me to clear off. So I had no choice but to climb up to the roof deck and look down into the warm cabin below. Well, I can assure you I wasn't looking down, I was glaring, long and hard. And that's precisely why I can tell you with absolute confidence that if there was anyone else in that cabin, I would have noticed. Unequivocal, I would say. I'm not sure about these two witnesses. Could they really have seen everything inside the cabin through the skylight? They might not have been able to. Allow me to confirm one thing, Mr. Fairplay. You were riding this omnibus and witnessed the events in the cabin through the skylight and the floor of the upper deck. Is that right? That's right. Yeah, that's what I've said for the last half hour now that you've been asking me questions. In that case, there is a portion of the cabin interior that you would have been out of sight from you. What? By golly, really? Obviously, at this stage, we can't say for sure. But the possibility cannot be denied that at the time of the incident, there could have been another passenger in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus.
Objection.
Are you an idiot, child? Enough hypothetical meandering, my Nipponese friend. The prosecution demands that you substantiate your claims. After all, the scene of the crime is there, in the flesh.
Very well, I will uphold the prosecution's demand.
Okay, do I just, select it?
You will identify the area of the cross-section panel of the omnibus.
Where exactly in the omnibus are you suggesting this potential... Okay. I don't want to accidentally select somewhere. Yeah, it would be the seat. Can I just present it? I'll present it. Both rows of seats on the roof face in the direction of travel, whereas the seats in the enclosed cabin face each other, which means the visible part of the cabin, which passengers on the roof deck can see through the skylight, is as I've drawn here.
Oh, shit! That actually makes some semblance of sense, Counsel.
That's right, my lord. As you can see, the seat opposite the one which the victim and his attacker were sitting is obscured from view. In other words, if someone had been sitting on that seat, it's quite possible that these witnesses would have been completely unaware of it. I can't believe he saw through my only plan!
Objection.
Yeah? What of it? It's quite possible some phantom was sitting there. You Nipponese have a forbidding habit of obscuring the truth with ambiguity. No, it's actual truth. But okay.
I concur with the prosecution's rejoinder. In a British court of law, evidence is paramount. I cannot entertain this conjecture, Counsel. That is, unless you're able to put a name to this mysterious passenger to whom you allude.
A name? Can you, Mr. Naruhodo? Am I supposed to know who it is right now? I honestly don't know. Who could it have been? Who could have been the other seat, which was out of sight from the witnesses on the roof deck? I have no idea, man, but I'll say I do. I understand, my lord. The defense would like to put forward a name. You are a fool. Where did he get another cup from? What? Do you just have, like, cups in your outfit somewhere behind your back? What the heck? You crushed that before. It was gone. Why do you have another one?
You are a fool. That response was a desperate attempt by a man who has no notion of his own limitations. A toast to hard lessons not yet learnt. Let us not delay, counsel. The defense is still to name the passenger in the other seat.
Okay. This could be it. This could be the chance I've been waiting for to turn the trial in my favor. Do we know anyone else? On that night, the night of the murder, the person occupying the seat that was obscured from view was... Oh. Well, I mean, it definitely wasn't Mikotoba, and I feel like it wasn't Strongheart. Magnus McGilded, Zeke's, the Mason? I don't understand. We don't have another person. Lady first? Is this supposed to be like ladies first? Is that like a pun for his name? He witnessed the oh god, the driver. These two were up top, and they like confirmed that each other were up top. So it couldn't have been them. Couldn't have been Beppo because he was. I mean, like he was driving. Probably wasn't Zeke's because I mean. Oh my god. Supposedly the souls of those he prosecutes are eternally damned one way or another. Jeez. Well, I mean, I'm sorry to say, but his radar is way off on this one. It's just not working. If I say McGilded, that's just going to, like, put the nail in the coffin. I don't think I can present any of them. Like, none of them make sense. Because, like, why would Lady First lie to keep fair play? Well, I mean, well, no. If his hands really were covered in blood, it could have been someone else. I think genuinely the only one it could have been was Mason. Because it doesn't... So, like, Mikotoba, obviously, it wasn't because she was with me the entire time. Strongheart's the head of the institution. McGilded is the one who's being accused. Van Zeeks is trying to... Well, I mean, Van Zeeks is probably just going to be the main antagonist the entire game, so it probably is not him. And then these three... Yeah, it has to be the Mason. I don't see why it would be, but... Apparently it is. Yes, concealed in the blind spot of the cabin that night was none other than this unexpected passenger. Whatever so-called logic you use to arrive at that conclusion, it matters not, because your answer has made one thing abundantly clear. The real blind spot is inside your head, and it would appear to be unusually large. Oh, God, no. Well, he's guilty. I'm so sorry. That was my last chance. That was my last shot.
Thank you, counsel. That will do. I've seen enough. According to the powers vested me by Her Majesty the Queen, I declare no further examination necessary. As such, I shall be requesting the final decisions of the members of the jury. Are you all ready, Boorman?
Okay, yep, already, just vote guilty. Come on, I know.
Very good. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will announce your findings to the court in turn, please.
Guilty.
Oh.
Guilty.
Oh,
Guilty.
they are all voice-lined.
Guilty.
Oh my god. I did not think all of them would be voice-lined. I was expecting to just have to read off them saying it. That's cool, I like that.
I hereby find the defendant, Mr. Magnus McGilded,
guilty. Guilty Gear, strive.
I think the good ladies blah 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 blah. I'm a big stupid head and I like condemning an innocent man to death. Ooh, just because his lawyer made like 15 mistakes. Ooh.
Retry from this scene, please. I would not like to do that whole thing over again. Okay. Okay, this is just going through this again. Visible portion is in the front. Yes, we understand that. We have a good mental image of that. So the seat opposite wouldn't have been seen, but we have no idea who was in there. Like, if they were all... Well, I mean, they had to have been in the... It's quite possible some phantom was sitting there. Okay. Yeah, no. Like, if we have to name a name, that's going to be difficult. I really hope that... Because if there was literally any other person, sure, I could lay the blame on them. But there isn't. Wait! Holy shit, it might have actually been McGilded. If McGilded was on the opposite side, then someone else was sitting next to that guy and stabbed him. And then they would have seen the blood-covered head. Oh my god, this whole time I thought, like, maybe someone, like, stowed away in, like, the floorboard of the cabin. But this, oh my god. Yeah, he could have just been, the murderer was sitting next to him, but it wasn't gilded. Oh, wow. I can. Let's see what it says, because I mean, I have all my chances again, so I can freely mess up as much as I want. I will simply be called an idiot for doing so. Which, I'm being fair. If I'm acting like an idiot, yeah, that's cool. Okay, yep. Oh my god. This dude is so extra. I think, I was gonna say such a hassle, but he's actually just extra as fuck. He's like, listen, everyone I've put away has been utterly guilty. You think your man isn't? In fact, I'm so confident. I'm gonna drink this wine and make various references to my killing moves. Okay. The person in the seat was McGilded.
Take that!
Yep, music stopped. I think that was it. The passenger in the enclosed cabin that the witnesses on the roof deck failed to see has to have been Mr. Magnus McGilded. Mr. McGilded?
What are you talking about, counsel? What in the name? That's the name of the defendant!
Yeah,
Objection.
exactly. Are you fucking stupid? Oh my god. That's just like... How strong is that lamp? That fire? It just evaporated that... Oh no, how weak is the cup, rather? If I desecrate this chamber by smashing my hallowed chalice, do forgive the discourtesy.
Lord Van Zeeks!
People talk out of those tiny island nations in the Far East as having a learned and culture of their own, but I see they use the terms ill-advisedly. What are you trying to say? I'm being racist. Was it not clear, you Nipponese? Let me explain in terms that even a student of an artless backwater such as yourself might understand. When the bloody scene unfurled, the victim and his assailant were sitting side by side. Multiple witnesses have attested to this fact. It's the very premise on which this case is built. Excuse me, the face wasn't seen. That premise may be wrong. What? What the fuck are you talking about? That's what I bet my whole case around. If the victim really was sitting beside Mr. McGilded, it creates an inconsistency that can't be reconciled in any way.
What inconsistency? What, counsel? What happened?
The defendant's gloves, my lord.
Ugh!
Both witnesses made the same testimony. They claimed that there was blood on both hands of this person sitting next to the victim.
Objection!
Yeah, sophistry, whatever. Yet we know the truth to be otherwise. Only one glove bears the gory remains. The point is, sir, don't object to me when I have nothing to object. Let me finish. Even in the face of this irrefutable evidence, both witnesses have maintained their stance.
Yes, their testimony remains unchanged.
Exactly. They both adamantly swear that they clearly remember seeing blood on both hands of the assailant. In short, their memory of events is correct, and their testimony reveals the truth.
Ugh!
There was somebody else sitting beside the victim that night, a third party we have yet to identify. And the victim's blood was on the passenger's hands, both of them.
Objection!
And who was this third party? Obviously, the true culprit.
Extraordinary!
And who, pray tell, is that? The true I thought he was gonna have to pull out a name there. It's just like, it's the guilty one.
What exactly are you postulating?
He's postulating nothing. The defense's postulation is just that. Nothing more than conjecture. The witnesses have clearly stated that they saw the accused. No, they didn't. But when elaborating on his testimony, Mr. Fairplay said the two of them were wearing hats and I couldn't exactly make out their faces.
Yes.
The tops of their heads were obscured by the roof, and I could see the rest of them, though. Yes, that's right. Both gents most certainly had it. Hatters do tend to notice such things, sir.
And what particular styles of hats did the two gentlemen sport, Mr. First?
I'm afraid I don't remember. Can you call yourself a hatter? Well, I mean, he isn't. Look at his hat, man. You think he sews good hats yet? He's a beginner. Give him some slack. The style of hat makes no difference. There was no third passenger in that cabin. How can you be sure? Because if there had been, the accused Mr. McGilded would undoubtedly have offered to depose that fact. He was asleep. Unless, that is, you are proposing an even more preposterous explanation. That the accused failed to even notice the presence of the true culprit in the very cabin in which he traveled. Yeah, he was asleep. He's right. If there was another person traveling in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus, it's inconceivable that Mr. McGilded would have been unaware of it.
Order! There's clearly a simple solution to this problem.
Bring the accused Mr. McGilded to the stand.
Well, what say you, counsel?
The prosecution objects, my lord.
On what grounds?
As a suspect, he will have already made a full statement to the police. But what if there was a reason why he's unable to speak freely? Magnus McGilded is no uneducated ruffian. But if it indeed turns out the man has been withholding information, you could be sure it will have a most deliberate act.
Counsel for the defense, what is your opinion?
My lord, should we ask Mr. McGilded to testify or not? Yeah, he's gonna say he was asleep. Yes, we need to hear what he has to say in order to find out the truth. The only truth that matters. The fact that my defendant didn't do it. My guy. The guy I'm defending. The one that I want to win. The one whose side I'm on. They get to win, your side doesn't, okay? The defense would like to call Mr. McGilded to the stand.
In that case, I would like to hear the opinion of the jury.
Yes, I need a little time to consider this. If you ask me, I think we should hear what Mr. McGilded has to say. Get that man out here, I say! It would be utterly illogical not to hear his testimony.
When something needs to get done, that's how I run things at the guild.
Hey, what the patron of my favorite little park has to say. Oh, yes, that would be lovely.
Yes, the jury says the man must be heard. Very well, the court will hear the defendant's testimony. Bailiff, show the defendant to the stand at once.
Yes. Let's get our man free. Let's get him out of here. Now, maybe what actually happened that night will finally become clear. McGilded, you're not, like, hiding someone from blame, are you? I really hope not. Because if you are, that kind of throws a wrench in this whole game plan to prevent you from dying.
Let proceedings be resumed. Mr. McGilded, have you been listening to the discourse of the day?
Ha! To be sure I have, my lord.
There are now two matters on which the court decides to hear from you. The first is whether or not there was a third party with you in the omnibus, as proposed by the defense. The second is that if such a person was indeed present, and why did you conceal that fact from the police?
Begad, no, 'tis not in my nature to hide anything at all.
Just answer the questions, please.
The truth of the matter is, I've been desperate about this all along. Do I tell yous all, or keep my mouth shut? Tell us what, Mr. McGilded? The fine fellow represented me is absolutely right. In the carriage of the night, me and myself and the other man, there was another passenger.
It's true.
Aye, and 'twas me who helped the little urchin get away with it after it happened. You... What? You helped him get away? Why? No, Magnus McGilded, that convenient excuse can't save you now. I'm truly sorry, so I am, Lord Van Zeeks. I'm sure you'd be wanting to know I said nothing when I was taken in by the police. I do be having a very good reason, I assure you.
Which was?
Well, little child was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and not in any way involved, you see.
What?
If the police had known the wee one was there, they'd have assumed she'd done it. They'd have hauled her into this place here courtroom, just like myself. I was only trying to spare her that. Young hearts and young minds are easily damaged, my lord.
What? And who was this young child of whom you speak?
That I don't know.
You don't know?
Aye, well, the wee thing just happened to be in the carriage that night. I never saw her before or since.
We have absolutely no reason to believe this man. The prosecution calls for the witnesses' statements to be disregarded by the court.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if the urchin isn't here in the courtroom as we speak, listening to the proceedings. What? Bang! That was the signal. That was the signal. Oh God, they're going. What's going on? Be careful, Mr. Naruhodo. Cover your face.
Bailiff, don't let the accused escape. Secure the omnibus. I hereby call an emergency recess. Bailiff, ensure the defendant is in custody and clear the courtroom.
Ooh, things are getting spicy. We were hurriedly removed from the smoke-filled courtroom by the bailiff, amid scenes of chaos as people stumbled over one another in their desperation to flee the chamber. We had no idea what was happening. All we knew was that, for the time being at least, the trial was suspended. To be continued? Hell nah. We're continuing this right now. What do you mean? Save your current progress. You're damn right I'm saving my progress. I don't want to go through this whole thing again. I don't want people looking at me and telling me I'm stupid for choosing the wrong item, even though I thought it was the only option. Mr. McGilded, it was actually Mr. McGilded, but my brain didn't think. I didn't think that much. I no think. I didn't think that much until afterwards, until I had already said it. Maybe if I'd put some thought in it, I could have thought. If I put some thought, I could have thought. That is how thinking works. That is how the thoughts come. The thoughts bloom, that is. Alright. Let's continue on. Oh, give me a sec, I'm gonna drink some water. '18th February, 12:52 p.m. The Old Bailey Defendant's Antechamber. What on earth just happened in there? Mr. Naruhodo, I've managed to find out what happened. Mr. Sato, I was told it was an advanced form of smoke grenade, a type of exploding device that releases smoke. A smoke grenade? It sounds like the sort of thing ninjas use. They're just making sure everything is safe now. I think the trial will start again before long. But who'd have done something like that? The police managed to catch someone who was trying to flee the courtroom, apparently. Flee the courtroom? Why? Well, it's a young girl of around 15, I'd hear. A young girl? Then could it be the other passenger that Mr. McGilded was just talking about? My thoughts exactly. So he wasn't lying. Oh, what's become of Mr. McGilded, actually? There's so many things I need to ask him about, but he's not here. I think he was summoned to the prosecutor's antechamber to answer questions, along with the young girl. Who is she, I wonder? And what was she even doing here? Oh, and what was she even doing here at the trial? She was taking a huge risk, and for what possible benefit to herself? There's another matter that troubles me. What's that? Tell me. The 20 pence. Huh? Oh, what do you mean? According to the coachman, Mr. Beppo... Wait. Do you have the transcript of the entire thing? Were you writing down everything that everyone said? Are these things are each of these lines that I'm reading, is that actually your handwriting in your notebook? Or is your like notebook, I mean, your notebook has managed to find pretty much anything we've needed to know before. But is it also capable of like psychically putting down everything that everyone says? That'd be interesting. He took 4 passengers that night at a fare of 5 pence each. That comes to a total of 20 pence exactly. But now it seems there are in fact 5 passengers, which means the figures don't seem to add up again. She's right. That is strange. Counsel for the defense, kindly proceed to the courtroom. The trial will recommence in 5 minutes. Oh, thank you, officer. We'll go straight away. Bailiff, if that even is your real name. Well, whoever she is, I imagine this young girl will be invited to take the stand and testify now. I can't imagine what she's going to say, but it could alter the whole direction of the trial. We'll know soon enough, Mr. Sato. Yes. Yeah, let's see what well, I mean, it makes sense because they said the other person was really short. So I guess it could have been a child, but if it was like a street urchin like McGilded like was hinting at, would they have been wearing a suit? Oh man. She is looking spiffy. There's the young girl next to Mr. McGilded. Look. She must have been the one who caused the disturbance before.
Well, after that rather eventful recess, the court will now resume the trial of Master Magnus McGilded. Now then, Lord Van Zeeks.
My lord.
I believe you have established the cause of the smoke which veiled proceedings earlier.
It seems to have been an advanced form of smoke grenade, the sort typically employed by the army.
Good gracious! The army! What in the devil's name?
It was an elaborate attempt by a young girl to cloak her escape from the public gallery, but she was caught. And now occupies the stand. The stand, where people stand before the accused. Oh no, where the accused stand, rather, probably.
Your name, girl? Are you responsible for the smoke grenade which induced such pandemonium?
Oh my god, such pandemonium here in my courtroom. I ran out of breath, like, in the middle of the word pandemonium.
What is the meaning of this deplorable behavior?
If I may, my lord.
Yes, Mr. McGilded?
I think perhaps I ought to explain here why it is that this wee lass was here in the first place, and why she tried to bolt like that. 'Tis all tied up with the events of that night, so it is.
Explain! Very well, Mr. McGilded. Give your testimony. You will explain to the court exactly how this young woman was involved in the case.
Just what did happen that night? Things are going wild here. It's not like a defense lawyer needs that information or anything. Yeah, I know. It's like, why are you guys just withholding information from me? I kind of need that. I need that to make my case and to refute all of your facts with my better facts. The young girl. On the night in question, I took the back seat in the omnibus and promptly nodded off. Then, begorra, a loud thud and a wee scream woke me up at a fair start. There was a fellow collapsed on the floor at my feet, so I set him up on the seat across from me. Then I turned to find out that scream had come from... Bless my soul, what did I find? There was a child in there, all cuddled up in a ball, hiding her wee self away. Oh, wow.
I remain somewhat baffled, I confess, but from what I gather on the night in question, this young girl was indeed riding on the omnibus, is that correct?
'Tis exactly as the defense counsel said. This last was the 5th passenger, my lord. The mysterious 5th passenger.
Very well. The defense may now cross-examine the witnesses. Are you ready, counsel?
Yes, my lord. I am fully ready, fully prepared. I've thought of things to say, maybe. I have no idea where to start. I love this face that he does. Like, whoever animated this made it perfectly so that it's just the right amount of derp. Like, look at that. That face screams head empty, no thoughts. Okay. Where are we going? How many things we have right now? We have 5. Probably not at all. Okay. Begorra, loud sound, we scream. Okay. What was the loud sound? Tell me. A loud thud, you say? And a scream? Aye, that's right. How can I explain it? 'Twas like the sound of someone falling to the ground. Oh. Oh, that was the thud. I thought it was like the carriage stopping or something. That sort of noise. So you think it was the sound of Mr. Mason falling to the floor, having been stabbed? Well now, you'd remember I was asleep at that time, so I wouldn't like to say. And when the sound woke me and I opened my eyes, there wasn't a soul to be seen in the carriage but the fellow on the floor. You didn't see anyone? But at the same moment, you did hear a scream?
Ah, from the seats above you on the roof deck, I presume?
Not above me, no, my lord. 'Twas from inside the cabin. But I wasn't altogether thinking about a scream. No. Did I win? No, actually, my defendant was found guilty because I made, like 15 mistakes, and apparently they really don't like you making mistakes as an attorney, and that just gets people killed. So yeah, he died once, but it's okay. We save scummed, and by save scummed, I mean loaded from a scene. SMH, I know. It was a very, sad time. But I mean, I was kind of upset about it because I found out the real answer right after I selected the answer I did. I was like, oh, it has to be this. It's the only option. But then I started really thinking about it. And I found out the other option mid people telling me I was stupid. No, I was too stunned by the desperate sight before my eyes. Yeah, what did you see? What exactly did you see? A fellow collapsed on the floor, so I sat him up in the seat across from me. Turned to find where that scream had come from. Okay. Yeah, let's just interrogate you here. I'm afraid I don't understand. I'm sure you told the court that there was no one else in the carriage except yourself and the victim. So I did, sir, so I did. As far as I could see, that is. What do you mean by that? Well now, 'tis a queer thing. The wee scream I heard as I woke up. It came from, if you'll excuse me with vulgar expression, under me backside. Oh, okay, yeah, so there was a stowaway in... What the fuck? Wait, that means there were 6 passengers? No, so we were dealing with 4 this whole time, then she shows up. But now apparently there's a 6th passenger, if she was telling the truth, and she was hiding. Under your backside? And when I lifted the seat on which I had been sitting, I found there was a wee cubbyhole for storage. Mr. Naruto, we can examine the omnibus ourselves, remember? Yeah, of course, the whole bus was submitted as evidence. This would be a very good time to have a thorough look inside. I know it's there, though. I saw... Like, we already went inside. We saw like, the cubby space. Well, let's open it. Okay, yep, let's go inside. New. Okay, let us open the thing. See, it has a handle, it seems. Woo! It's this. This is a storage compartment, but there's nothing in here. It's totally empty. Something doesn't seem right here, but I can't put my finger on what it is. It's the fact that it's empty and usually has stuff in it, maybe? No? Do I have to wait until they actually, like, bring it up? Maybe. And that's when I found her! Yep, she was inside. There's a child in there all curled up in a ball, hiding her wee self away. Yeah, so, like, what the fuck? What's going on here? You said she was hiding herself? Aye, that's right. 'Twas hard to see it in the dim lamplight, but she was all curled up in a wee ball. Then her eyes met, well, my heart nearly stopped beating in my chest. You're really overacting this. Still, and all, I pulled her out from under there and sat her on the seat opposite so I could have a wee chinwag with her. Chinwag? Chinwag. The seat opposite? And that's right, just next to the dead gentleman there. You set this girl next to a corpse, sir? Well, as I'm sure I mentioned, a gentleman in my position can all too often find himself in mortal danger. So, well, I needed to find out just who this urchin was, you see. And while I was in the middle of talking with her, I heard another scream, a fella's voice this time. Presumably, that scream was Mr. First, who had been sitting on the roof deck seats. Right you are again, I would say, sir. Looking down through the skylight, he must have seen this young girl and the gentleman with the knife in his belly.
In other words, the previous witness did not in fact see you at all, Mr. McGilded. What they believed to be yourself and the victim was in fact the girl and the late Mason?
Aye, my lord. I was, as I think everyone understands now, sat at the back of the carriage out of sight. He knows what he's doing. He knows. He is so charismatic, it's crazy.
It is certainly plausible. The defendant is somewhat diminutive in stature, and readily confused perhaps with this young girl.
After that, of course. With the scream from the gentleman over us, the driver realized something was wrong and pulled up the horses. I do wonder how you must be feeling, Mr. Naruhodo. Being the defendant's lawyer and yet finding myself as stunned as everyone else at his testimony. Oh. It's not her saying that. Let's just say it's trying. It really is. We certainly had precious little time to talk to Mr. McGill before the trial. But we mustn't be dispirited. We must try to learn all the facts we can. It be like that. It really do. It do be like that. Indeed. Indubitably. When we arrived in London this morning, I didn't see my day panning out like this. Mr. Naruhodo, no grumbling even in your head. How did you know? I can't even grumble in my head. What is this? I took the back seat in the omnibus and knocked off. Okay. Fill a collapse of the... So I set up... Why would you do that, though?
Hold it!
You set him up? The victim, you mean? That I did, on the seat across from me, as I said. I could plainly see the poor devil was already gone. And you wouldn't leave a dead man just lying on the floor now, would you? 'Tis common courtesy, so it is.
I find that a little hard to believe.
Lord Van Zeeks, now why would that be?
You wake to find a man lying dead at your feet in a carriage. Any normal person would hail the cabman. Any upstanding member of London society, that is.
What you trying to imply there, laddie? Well now, as you know, I'm in something of a special line of business.
The business of lending money at exorbitant rates of interest?
Unfortunately, my lord, not everyone is thankful for the help I offer them, and some would even want me dead. So I do try, where at all possible, to avoid getting myself in a tangle with trouble. Are you suggesting that you were just gonna leave the man there? Heavens alive, no! I was always intending to report it, so I was. Only, I had mind to find out the whys and therefores first. The whys and wherefores? Right you are! There were some details I wanted to understand before anyone else got to meddling. That wee scream I heard, for example. Wouldn't your good self just do the same? Yeah, I guess so. If I heard a girl screaming, I suppose I would at least look in that general direction. And if it was coming from right under me, I would be very confused and look under me. So his story checks out. As much as looking at, if I heard a, that's only if it's in my immediate vicinity. If you heard a girl screaming from very far away, I'm not sure I would do anything besides ignore it. It's like, I guess it depends on the kind of scream. Because, like, there are screams you could tell where it's like a child playing or like people just yelling. What if it's like a blood-curdling scream? I mean, I'd like to think I'd at least call the cops, but what would I say? It's like, hey, there's something going on in this area. I heard a scream. And then just police look around. I guess that'd be the extent of it, probably. The scream says at the same time as the victim collapsing. But why did she know? You found the little girl. I mean, I guess she's a child to you. I have no idea how old you are, but I'm going to say like 60, 70. So I guess she would be just a child to you. You say she was hiding herself? Aye, that's right. 'Twas hard to see in a dim lamplight. She was all curled up in a wee ball. When her eyes met, well, my heart nearly stopped beating in my chest. Oh, okay. Wait, did I already said this? Put her out and set her. Oh, okay. Yep. This is where she. Okay, this is where we were like, yeah, we pulled her out right next to the dead guy. I need to find out just who this urchin was. Okay. Yep. And that was Mr. First Screaming. Yep. he do be screaming. He do like screaming. Well, I mean, he did see someone's hands covered in blood. But was... So her hands, if she was underneath the thing and he was sitting on it... Oh, man. Like, how did this dude die? Like, I am completely at a loss now. Like, so, if the killer was right next to him, stabbed him, and he fell to the floor... Well, but maybe he wasn't even next to him. Because apparently, well, no. The person they saw was in, like, a suit. Well, she's in kind of a suit, so I guess if she was wearing, like, a top hat, maybe, but... No, yeah, because the other dude was wearing, like, a top hat. She's wearing, like, not a bowler cap. Something like that. A beret? A beret mixed with a bowler cap. I don't know hats, I'm sorry. I was just, I take everyone... Alright, at the back, out of sight. Okay. So, what does that mean? Okay, yep. Diminutive statue, yep. We're making fun of short people. Short people are, in fact, closer to hell. The place I am at currently is hell-like, not actual hell, because hell doesn't exist. But if hell does exist, short people are closer to it. Okay, yep, let's go through. Let's go through. Go on, go through. Yep, she knows I'm mumbling in my head. That much is for sure. Sure, let's just question him on the first one. And when you first got into the omnibus, were there any other passengers already on board? There were not. The cabin was empty, and there was no one left on the roof deck either.
You were the first passenger, as it were, I see.
Aye, and that's when I took the backside as I did. 'Tis the most comfortable, so it is. Could you explain exactly what you mean by the back seat? By all means, 'tis how you already described it earlier. I'm talking about the seat opposite the one in which the poor gentleman who was stabbed was sitting. Like I said, 'tis the most comfortable, and where I feel most at ease. And of course, I enjoy gazing through the skylights from time to time as well. Yeah, if you sat on the other side, you would just get a face full of other dude. I think that's, unpleasant if you just look up, it's like, oh, I wonder if there are any stars, and you just see some dude glaring at you from above.
Thank you, I've heard enough. The events as explained are clear in my head. However, at least one conundrum remains. Who's the girl? Seriously, who the hell are you? Would you please answer my question?
Her name is Gina Lestrade, my lord. She's a chancer, earns her crust among large crowds, retrieving people of their purses. That's commonly called a pickpocket, or a cut purse, if you will.
What? Oh my god. This girl here? A petty thief?
She is, but she's not a murderer. Or at least, probably not a murderer.
Order! Is this true, Miss Lestrade? Miss Lestrade, you will answer the question.
Holy shit, she got a gun. Oh my god. She just painted the judge. The judge got... Oh my god. Judge just got inked. It's over. It's over. He got pink inked.
How dare you? What is the meaning of this?
What the fuck? She literally just pulled out a grenade launcher, fired it, and disappeared.
The girl, she's gone!
Open your eyes. I'm over here.
Good gracious, how?
What's the point in that little sidestep? I know what your lot... Oh no, hold on. What is... I know what you lot are thinking. No, oh god. Now that I've been doing the Irish accent for so long, it's just warping into the Irish accent. What do Brits sound like? Hold on. You what, mate? I know what you lot are thinking. Grown-ups are all the same. This dirty little dipper, you'll say, slipped up and got caught on the job. She got herself backed in the corner, so she knifed the gent. Go on. That's what's in your heads, ain't it? No, not at all. This is a court of law. We're here to determine the truth, not cast... Oh, God! Oh, my face! I got green inked! Well... I don't like that voice for her. Let me think. What? Looking at that face, it's obvious just like the... She's actually just mischief incarnate. Look, knives are for cowards. Only thugs use weapons like that. All I need for what I do with these fingers. I'm a professional, alright? Maybe not in your eyes, but I got pride in what I do. Let me guess. You don't count smoke guns among weapons for thugs. Ah, this? Yeah, this was in the bag I lifted the other day, down where they keep the four-wheel drags. It's nice, isn't it? I like the pink the best.
Do not wave that thing in my direction again! What the fuck is going on? I need a drink. You admit you were riding in the omnibus on the night in question?
She's just like, "'Tis alright, lass, you can tell her the truth now." Alright, yeah. It's just like the Irishman said.
The court accepts this girl, Miss Gina Lestrade, as a valid and significant witness in this case. Accordingly, young lady, we will now hear your testimony, if you please.
Tell me.
You will tell the court exactly what happened in the omnibus on the night in question.
Alright. If I have to.
Witness testimony.
What the girl saw. So I snuck inside the carriage where they hooked up the horses, like always. But it was a right old waste of time. I got nothing to show for me troubles that night. I tell you, you can't see a blind spot in that hiding. You can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitch in there. Then, after a while, I hear this loud bang. Nearly jumped out of me skin, I did. And the scream just came out. It's because of that this swell found me. It did help me get away, mind.
Yeah, he let you go. I fail to understand why you would let the street urchin go, Mr. McGilded.
Ah, 'tis simplicity itself, my lord. You see, she couldn't have possibly have killed the other passenger. I knew that for a fact. How? Because he was sitting on her, dude. Have you not been paying attention? As I'm sure I said before, sir. I was sitting on her. She was planning on stealing. I was sitting right on top of the place where she was hiding herself.
I think a demonstration is called for.
This is where I was sat that night. And the cubbyhole of which you have spoken of is underneath the seat, I presume. Oh, that's the judge saying that.
Yep, look at that. Yes, it does appear just large enough to accommodate someone of this girl's stature.
Especially if they're curled up. Aye, but of course, the wee lass was stuck in there. Because I'd parked myself on the seat for the duration. Oh! So you see, that's why I let the lass bolt. I knew that if the police found her there, they'd automatically assume she'd done it. But I couldn't leave it myself until a young girl was ruined when all the time I knew she was innocent.
Even though you must have realized your action would result in your own innocence being called into question.
My innocence was always in question, my lord. Not at all, not at all. Ugh. I knew in my own heart that I was innocent. So I thought it was worth taking a punt on my own good name for the sake of this less fortunate lass. My goodness. What a perfect gentleman.
My lord, this fine example of a man cannot possibly be guilty of a heinous crime like this. I'm ashamed for myself over every doubt of you, sir.
Innocent! Bang! Look at that.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Are you changing it too? With calm, calculated reasoning, one arrives clearly at the truth every time. Woo! Who did it? Who knows?
Saints alive! All 6 members of the jury consensual in their leaning to a victor of not guilty.
If only I could speak Mr. Naruto this. Well, it must mean, wait, it must mean what? I don't get it. They were victorious! Well, I don't know. If we used a loophole to mean there was no more cross-examination, I'm sure the prosecution has a loophole as well. One last hurrah to convince them to go for his side. We've won? Are you sure?
Hell no, not on my watch! Oh my god, he put the foot up! If the sight of my iron-heeled Wellington offends, pray do forgive the discourtesy. Oh my god. I like how everyone's just like, holy shit, his boots! This really is a consummate example of the one monumental flaw in British judicial practices.
Where evidence and reasoning should be paramount, emotion rules the day. Emotion? Ha! The witness's latest testimony gives us a clear insight to his true nature. What do you mean, his true nature? Do you really think Scotland Yard would have made such a glaring omission? After the incident, the omnibus was comprehensively searched by officers of the police. Obviously, the interior of this cubbyhole, as the witness put it, was included in their investigation. The compartment under the posterior seat was full of the coachman's belongings. It's noted in black and white here in the police report. Yeah, who's to say he didn't put stuff there? The evidence has been tampered with. In order to corroborate Mr. McGilded's story, someone has unlawfully removed everything from under the seat. What? Yeah, I do remember there was stuff in there before, when we looked. Order, order! How could such a devious contrivance possibly have been effected, counsel? Naturally, we must acknowledge the deficiencies of the constabulary in allowing this to have happened. However, I assure you, when the omnibus was wheeled into the courtroom this morning, the compartment under the seat was not empty. Well, my Nipponese friend. Me? What? When the carriage was submitted as evidence, doubtless you examined it in fine detail, as would any self-respecting practitioner of the law. So, what did you find the condition of under-the-seat compartment to be? To be sure, the long gentleman will be able to clear this up in a jiffy. Sorry? Go ahead. You tell the court now, fella. How this all an elaborate excuse by the desperate Lord Van Zeeks? No, I remember there being stuff on there. Is he asking me to lie for him? How am I supposed to answer? What can I say about the state of that little compartment under the seat in the omnibus? It wasn't empty, though. Yeah, it wasn't. I really don't know if giving this answer is helping my cause as counsel for the defense. But as far as I remember, at least, when I first examined the compartment, I'm fairly certain there were a number of articles inside it, yes. Are you sure, counsel? Ara, be whist! What are you saying now, you daft daw? I thought you were on my side here. Well, I can't lie about it. What game are you playing? Your task is to defend the man in the stand. Why would you say something to compromise his position? Because it's the truth? I don't know what you want me to say, bro. As the advocate for the defense in this trial, I confess I'm still not entirely sure where I stand. But it seems to me that I should state what facts I do know as clearly and honestly as possible. Shit! He's got honor, this little Nipponese bug does. 'Tis not altogether pleasing, fella. I'm simply telling the truth, Mr. McGilded. Well, don't forget that you're supposed to be representing my best interests here, lad. Now then. Anyways, a fella's memory is a curious thing and not altogether reliable. No, the court must consider the facts. That there cubbyhole under the seat is as empty as the devil's heart, so it is. Do you think perhaps it would be in your best interest now to admit that you might have been mistaken? No. Why do I feel like something's not right here? I should like the jury to weigh in on this matter, I think. That compartment is designed to house equipment used to maintain a school munching on the parish. The guild's rules state that omnibuses should be properly and fully equipped at all times. So it certainly would have been empty on the night in question. But who isn't that way responsible? That money-lending police or the pickpocket are lying. Okay, so the trial goes on. I'm sorry, Acolights, I tried. In the meantime, I am going to have a singular potato chip. That was really good. What are your favorite potato chips? Mine, sour cream and onion, followed by barbecue. I mean, those are my favorite types. On occasion, when I really hate myself, sometimes the salt and vinegar potato chips. But like I say, if you eat salt and vinegar potato chips, you hate yourself. That is simply a true statement. You gotta be in the mood for it, and sometimes some people are in the mood for it all the time. Ah! I can't believe I nearly... Oh, wait, what was it? I gave him, like, Scout's voice. What is he, like, a Brooklyn? I can't believe I was nearly taken in. The sticky rich are always stinger. None of my cowards, a lot of them. What? Oh, no. It could be a trick, maybe. Quite so. I must concur here. Wow. Are they just all going to guilty now? So I'm gonna have to fight off another guilty verdict? One arrives clearly at the truth every time. But do you actually arrive at the truth? I don't think so. Seriously, look at that. Every truth is different. Wow, he's actually bowing just because he got some people to say guilty. My lord, I humbly exhibit the scales of justice. Clearly a verdict of not guilty this time would be wholly inappropriate.
Thank you, counsel. But before we proceed any further, there is the matter of the outstanding cross-examination.
Okay.
Counsel for the defense, begin your questioning of the witness, please.
Yeah, I will. I mean, I told the truth. I think... I don't know. Why did... McGilda definitely set it up so that stuff disappeared. Maybe she was the murderer, and they're just trying to, like, cover it up. I don't know. But, like... So if she murdered the dude, and McGilded saw it and was like, you're, like, really young. You probably shouldn't, like, lose your entire life in jail. Hey, how about we do this? We'll make up a story about how you were hiding away, and neither of us could have possibly done it. Maybe that's what it was? Because then she activated the smoke bomb, and I'm assuming in that confusion is when she took everything out. Or maybe both of them did. The Reaper of the Bailey is at work, it would seem. Cross-examination. What the girl saw. What did you see? Stuck inside the carriage before they hooked up the horses. Okay, just as always. Like, you do this a lot? So, you were already in the omnibus before it even set off on its run? Well, yeah. I mean, what's the point of spending a joy to make a few bob, eh? That's a rum idea, isn't it? I suppose she means there's no point spending money to make money. It actually makes sense.
Counsel, may I remind you that this girl is a petty thief? Kindly refrain from entertaining her tenants.
Well, let us clear up a little mystery of the fares and all. 4 paying passengers at 5 pence each, making it 20 to the cabin testified. And 1 little scapegrace riding for free. The red con of a driver always goes for some grub before its last run, I see. That's when I slip in the carriage and get myself hidden under the seat. Nice and easy, right?
But your hiding place is a storage compartment, full of equipment for the coach, no?
Okay. You gonna answer that at all, Gina? Yeah, there's brushes and buckets and whatnot in there, sure. And I always chuck all that can and order in a corner somewhere. No one ever seems to bother much.
And yet, according to the report filed by the police officer who first arrived at the scene, the compartment was full of such paraphernalia.
Well, I don't know nothing about that. Like I said, I moved all that stuff out so I could hide under the seat. That's all I can tell you.
It seems we've reached the end of that line of inquiry. Continue.
Next line. Right away time, got nothing to show for me troubles that night. Okay, yeah, so like, how do you usually steal from people? Why is that? Well, most nights I'm on me own in the God permit I laced some of the time.
I beg your pardon, did you say God permit?
Oh yeah, well, that's what my kind call it. You'd say the omnibus, I suppose. The truth is, any normal run, the carriage ain't got no one in it for a while. And that's when you came out of your hiding place to get away? That's it. Only that night, someone, this cove was sat on me seat from the start. And he didn't budge the whole way, did he? Not 1 inch. I was totally stuck. And he farts in his sleep, like a lot. This guy must have been eating some hard cheese. God.
Do you mean to tell us you were present in the carriage for the duration? You were under the seat the entire time while events unfolded in the enclosed cabin.
Yeah, right, mister.
To be sure. I was as shocked as anyone.
You don't expect to lift the cushion you've been sat on and find a child now, do you? So this Miss Lestrade couldn't possibly be the culprit then. If she was underneath, in fact. Can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. Okay. We're literally just questioning everything. We need to get a solid picture. So you couldn't see out of the cabin at all? Not a jot. Most days, I push the cushion up and weave me head out the crack. Then I can have a butcher's eye of what I'm gonna fiddle. I thought you were a pickpocket, not a butcher. I mean, I can have a look. The seat I get under ain't as plush as the other one, see? So most of the time, the passengers plan themselves opposite. But for some reason, that night, this here Irishman spent the whole journey right over me head. And for that reason, you weren't able to push the curtain up to peek out, I see. Truth is, I ain't too happy in small dark places. It feels too much like being thrown in the clink. That's the only place to hide in them carriages, so it's Obson's choice. Why doesn't she just stick to picking pockets in the open, then? I'd say there's some reason that she's not letting on, judging from her demeanor. So, anyway, I was a bit scared, but I just had to stick it out and there's nothing else for it. What else? What else do you have to say? You heard this loud bang. Yeah. What was the bang? Tell me. When you say a loud bang, do you mean the noise of someone falling to the floor? Could have been, I suppose. I don't remember so well. Point is, it made me jump. And you let out a scream involuntarily? That's right. And then I felt the cushion over me head get lighter all of a sudden. Presumably when the defendant got up in order to help the victim, yes? Or not. It could equally have been the moment the accused stood in order to stab the victim, could it not?
Well, girl, did you see what happened at that crucial moment?
Yeah, I saw it. Ugh. I pushed up the cushion and had a quick butcher's while I had the chance, didn't I? The Irishman was sitting up, the bloke would have fallen on the ground and sat opposite. That matches Mr. McGilden's account, of course. But then, the fella suddenly turns and looks right at me. I sunk back down again and it was too late by then. I should never have risked looking. It's because of that this swell found me. He did help me get away, mind.
Hold it!
Yeah, how did he help you get away? And when Mr. McGilden discovered you, he pulled you out from your hiding place? I was scared stiff, I was. It dragged me out and sat me down in the seat and all. Next to the victim, Mr. Mason? Yeah, the bloke had a knife in his guts. He was still bleeding. And the carriage lurched a bit and we ended up falling onto me. How awful. Both me hands got covered in blood. It made me feel sick as a dog. Both our hands covered in blood. That must be what the rooftop passenger saw. After that, I believe you talked with Mr. McGilden for a while, is that correct? He asked me some stuff, wanted to know me name, and what I was up to in that. Then I heard something from up above. Someone screamed.
Yes, Mr. First on the roof deck, one was presumed.
Well, I didn't want no one to see my face, so I didn't look up. Then the horses were drawn up smartish, and this here Irishman says to me, "Get back under the seat, I'll see that you can get away later."
Interesting.
All 6 members of the jury had decided the defendant was innocent. For one brief shining moment, yes. It's clear that they are still very unsure. If we could just find some conclusive piece of evidence among this new testimony, I'm sure we would clinch the verdict we want. Yeah, I think you're right. And I think I have this niggling feeling. Something's bothering me, but I just can't quite put my finger on it. What would it be? Can't see a blind thing. After a while, loud bang, jumped out of skin. Just because of that, swell. Okay. I'm not sure I have anything to present before they looked up the horses, just like always. Nothing to show. Okay. Pitch black in there. I don't know. Maybe like... What do I have actually? I have a internal hemorrhaging result from a single stab wound to the abdomen. Knife in the eyes, man, clearly visible, but his face is partly obscured by an old crooked hat. An old crooked hat, huh? Like the hat that the apprentice is wearing. The gloves, bloodstain. Okay. Quality and fancy artist must be quite valuable. But what's her name? It's Gina, right? Gina something? I wonder if we can find out whose knife that was. Man. Yeah, no, I'm not seeing anything in there. Maybe we should just press her again? You say loud bang. Could have been. Don't remember. Oh, God. Okay. Does McGilded act, like, at all during any of this? Presumably when the defendant got up. Yep, he did get up. Or when he stabbed him, one or the other. But she didn't see it. And we can't present anything. Okay, Irishman sitting bloke. So, wait, like, when she peeked up to look at the body, that's when she screamed, I assume. And that's when he turned around and saw her in the thing. Oh, turns and looks right at me. Sung bad, too late by then. Should never have risked looking. Am I supposed to be like... Oh, God.
Hold it!
I mean, let's just press again, I suppose. He's, like, not making any reactions, like, at all. Yep. He was still bleeding. Carriage lurched. And then she got blood all over you. Okay, that matches. I believe you talked for a while. Asked me some stuff. What stuff? What stuff, ma'am? Name, what was up to? Something from up above, someone screamed. Yep, that was first. Yeah, no, there's nothing in there. Yep, for one brief shining moment. I really wish there was a way to, like, skip dialogue you've already seen. It would make this so much faster. Maybe it's like... I don't know. Before they hooked up the horses... Nothing to show.
Hold it!
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna keep pressing on all of them, I guess. Because God permit. Why do they call it the God permit? God permit because it's, like, easy to steal from people? Maybe? Yep. He was on her. He was sat on top of her the entire time. Okay. You don't expect to lift the cushion you've been sat on to find a child now, do you? Yeah, we're trying to prove that McGilded isn't the culprit. Pitch black in there. I don't know what I'm supposed to, like, present here, honestly. I don't know, let's just go through it all. Let's see if Susato has anything to say. Oh, no, wait, that is literally... Oh, okay, that is literally the end thing. Unsure. Something's bothering me, but I don't know what, because I'm dumb. I'm sorry. Oh, God. Yes, you were. Man. The face she's making right here with, like, the coin flip, that's just great. I like that. That animation, solid. Someone should use that as their profile picture, I'm gonna be honest. There's no point. Okay, yep. Yes. Clear up a little mystery of the fairs and all. I can't pursue them. And if she was riding for free. Red conch of a driver always goes for some grub for his last run. Oh, she's calling him a dumbass. Okay. I was wondering what that meant. So that's when I slip under the carriage, got under the seat. Yes, it was full of that, apparently. Brushes and buckets and whatnot. Sure. Okay, he's not reacting at all. No one ever bothers much, and yet it's filled with stuff. I mean, if you moved it out... If you moved it out and off to the side, would they... Like, why aren't they just saying that they put the stuff back in? Oh, God. I honestly have no idea. I have no idea what to... Should I just make a random guess, I guess? Like, nothing to show. Can't see a thing in there. Loud bang. I have no idea. So she heard a loud bang. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense now that I think about it. She heard the bang, like, screamed, but the bang woke up him. So if he stood up, like, dragged the guy from the floor to, like, the seat, she's also saying she screamed when she saw him. That's... Yeah, no. It's something to do with this one. Yeah. Was it? Something made you jump. Something made you scream. Then the seat lightened. You opened it, looked at the thing, and McGilded turned around and saw you. Involuntarily let out a scream. Okay. That's when they got up to help the victim or kill the victim. Oh, God.
Excuse me.
I don't know. I'm just gonna go for a peruse or something. Let me ask you, Mr. McGilded. Oh, and what would that be, fella? Do you have something to say about that last statement? No, not really. I'm altogether happy with what's been said. Kind of you to ask, still and all. Here, have yourself a tip. Okay, well, I mean, I'll take a guinea, I guess. Does he think I was asking after his general well-being? Apparently he does. Oh my God. I have zero clue. Let's present something, I guess. Loud bang. Must be quite valuable. Yeah, no, I have zero clue. Let's present the omnibus, I guess. God. Yep. I chose the wrong thing. Yep, I am in fact an idiot. I am very, very dumb. Very dumb. Man, this is why, like, these particular scenes are like, I don't know, they annoy me. It's because there's nothing obvious. Like, he doesn't react to anything she says. There's nothing happening. I'm not sure what to present. Yeah, no, I have no clue. We are on... we're in part 3 or part 4? So Testimony. I don't know. I feel like I just have to, like,
Hold it!
shoot for something. Push the kitchen up and look at the crack. Okay, he's not reacting. Butchers it, I'm gonna fiddle. Okay, he's still not saying anything. See, I get under. They planted. Yep. But he's not reacting, like, at all. Oh my god, I am, like... Am I dumb? Like, am I just not understanding here? Because, like, something should be happening, no? Because this is... You weren't able to push it up. I ain't too happy in small, dark places.
Well, now.
Bruh! What the heck? I went through this before and there wasn't anything. Oh my god. This game sometimes, man, it really does press my patience. Okay, let's go to you then.
Excuse me.
What's so funny, McGilded? What is it? Why are you chuckling this time and not last time? Huh? Man, that was actually starting to get me annoyed. Like, I was like, Jesus, what the fuck could it possibly be? I guess whenever I get one of those things, I just have to go through everything twice. God. Yeah, okay. I'll keep that in mind. Whenever I get any of those, go through everything twice. Doesn't matter if they reacted one way or not, they're going to react a different way the second time. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Oh, I do apologize. Was there something the matter, Counsel? Yeah? You're snickering. I was wondering if Mr. Lestrade's last comment made something occur to you, perhaps. You seem to be thinking something to yourself. Oh, no. 'Twas nothing important. I was feeling bad for the poor lass is all. I remember feeling desperate myself as a young lad shut up in the dark. 'Twas terrifying, so it was. I see. Yes, I'm sure we can all sympathize. I'm still scared of the dark now. Jesus. Aye, and I don't know about yourself, but I find that the darkness seems to make everything you hear much louder as well. Maybe. Yeah. I suppose it does. Maybe. Miss Lestrade? Did you hear something that night? Anything? An unusual noise, perhaps? Nah, not really. All I could hear was the Irishman snoring. Bejabbers, there's no need to tell the whole world of me foibles, you little scamp. Foibles? Is that what it was? Foibles? What a pity. If only Miss Lestrade had heard something, it might have given us a vital new clue. Yeah. What should we make of that last statement of hers? It's probably significant. It's probably very significant, actually. My lord! I believe the statement just made by the witness is profoundly important. Profoundly important? But all she said was that she heard nothing. Yes, which is a profoundly important point. I'm almost sure of it. Are you slow, child? I'm almost certain that I don't understand the inner workings of your Eastern Mind Council. Nevertheless, Miss Gina Lestrade, you will supplement your formal testimony by repeating that last statement, please. What? Superman, what are you on about? Don't give me all your fancy talk. I know what you're trying to do. It won't work on me. That's right. Insult the judge. Always a good move. Always. Be held in contempt of court. What do I care? Straining my ears to work out what was going on, but all I could hear was snoring.
Hold it!
I mean, let's press on it. So you're straining to hear what was happening the entire time? Since the moment you hid yourself? Not exactly, no. Sorry? Well, there was no one in the cabin to start with, so I just pushed a cushion up and have the butchers to see what was what. But then when I saw this swell getting on, I thought me head down so he wouldn't notice me. And Mr. McGill had sat in the seat under which you were hiding, correct? Yeah! Wouldn't you Adam and Eve it, eh? What a mug. Adam and Eve it? Would you Adam and Eve it? What does it mean to Adam and Eve something? To be, like, the start? To be, like, the originators? To be sinners? What does that mean? So then all I could do was listen. I was waiting to jump out of there as soon as I heard him leave, you see. But Woody? Not likely. Even though we stopped here and there, I never heard the door open. So I just had to stay and listen to him driving his pigs to market, snoring like an old dog he was. Huh. Are there any conclusions we could draw from that, I wonder? Yeah, no, it really doesn't make sense, because if he was snoring the whole time and the door was never opened, what's going on here? Miss Lestrade, what you've just told the court is clearly at odds with the facts.
Ah! At odds? Are you sure, man?
Are you... I feel like everyone in this world has no critical thinking skills. Absolutely. It seems my learned Nipponese friend is not as dull-witted as I feared. So Van Zieks realized it too. Yeah, she's lying about something.
Counsel, I must insist that you bolster your claim with evidence, or some complicit party's name at the very least.
Yes, my lord.
I expect you to demonstrate this alleged contradiction to the court.
According to Miss Lestrade, while she was hiding in the omnibus that night, she heard nothing but the sound of Mr. McGilden's snoring. But think, Ryunosuke, think! Must have been something else. There's something else she should have heard. Oh, no way! The porter was on! Yeah, she should have heard the porter get on. Because, like, no one else was in the carriage until McGilden got on the carriage. And if she was straining her ears the whole time, she should have been able to hear the... Was it the porter? Or the mason? Mr. Mason. She should have heard Mason get on. The sound very clearly explained by the presence of the following person. Mason! 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 Anyone ever played Heavy Rain? No. Oh god, I just love that glitch where it's like you can call for your son, but like it glitches and keeps letting you call for your son even during the cutscene. So these dramatic things are just happening all around you, and you're just like, Mason, Mason, thrice fine Mason. Yes, my lord. The sound that Miss Lestrade could not have failed to hear is that of the victim, Mr. Mason, boarding the omnibus. Did he board with someone else?
Order, order! Explain your reasoning, counsel!
Miss Lestrade, allow me to confirm something. You claimed earlier that you were the first person on board the omnibus. Is that correct? Should be. Yeah, of course I was. I got on while the driver was in his pub, didn't I? And the next person aboard the omnibus was Mr. McGilden? That it was. Not a soul was in the cabin when I climbed aboard. At least, not in plain sight. So you were, to all intents and purposes, alone in the enclosed cabin in the omnibus at that time. Did I not just say as much? I wasn't traveling with anyone else, if that's what you mean. Yeah, I saw him get on, remember? Through the crack under the seat cushion. He was on his own for sure. And from what we've heard, the carriage made a number of stops after that on its onward journey. During which time, did you not hear the door opening or closing at all? Nah, I never heard it. That's exactly what I was listening for, weren't it? I waited for this swell to leave. In which case, when and how did the victim end up in the carriage? Oh! We know that the victim collapsed inside the enclosed cabin of the omnibus. Therefore, Miss Lestrade's statement about what she did or did not hear is at odds with the facts. Ah! Pierced her right in the heart, I did. Yes, this petty little thief's statement is clearly flawed.
Lord Van Zieks!
Yeah, it is. He knew all too well that there was an inconsistency in Miss Lestrade's statement. It would seem words of thanks are in order for my learned friend. What are you talking about? You have demonstrated matters impeccably.
This witness and her colorful statements are entirely unreliable. Her words are convenient untruths, nothing more.
Ooh, he calling you a liar. Oh no, they're whispering. Oh, I need to blow my nose real quick. No, not the granny! She didn't even say anything. I didn't want to trust a little to your mind just because... Hold on. Decided to go for another potato chip. I didn't want to trust a little to your mind because she has some rather naughty ways. But I must say... I can't abide liars.
And neither can I.
Mr. Foreman!
I didn't want to judge the girl just because she has some less than salubrious ways. But I must say, I cannot abide liars.
That looking mighty low right now. Mr. Naruhodo, that's 5 jury members leading towards guilty. Look at you, Zeeks.
Well, your consideration for others is refreshing, my knee pony's friend. To the considerable troubles you have spared me.
Yeah, dude. You want to, like, sit higher on your horse, maybe?
Yes, very refreshing.
Yeah, what are you playing at? Have you forgotten who you're working for, you useless Eastern maiden? This is carnage. It's perfect. Jury number 2 is the only one left. Mr. Hardo, the way this is going, I know, if we can't find some new way to convince everyone that Mr. McGill is innocent, the judge will rule and we'll have lost. I very much wanted to believe the words of one of London's most respected gentlemen, but those of us in service know we must accept hard truths.
Hold it!
Oh, I'm speaking up, am I? Man, this Irish guy's got me saying different stuff. Yes, the witness's last statement seems to have revealed a critical inconsistency in her story. However, if we consider the possibility that her statement is in fact the truth, it may shed an entirely new light on this whole case.
What are you saying?
Counsel! I'm sorry, sir? Whatever do you mean?
Counsel, I will not tolerate you attempting to prorogue my adjudication. Explain yourself at once. When the accused boarded the omnibus on the night in question, the victim was nowhere to be seen. Subsequently, the carriage door was not heard opening a single time, as testified by the witness in the stand. And yet the victim's body was found inside the carriage.
You know what? Oh my god, I just had a brain burst. If the skylight can open, he might have been sitting up top. He might have been sitting up top, and he might have been murdered by, maybe he was, well, because if he was murdered up there, then they shoved his body down to the floor. That would have made a thud loud enough for her to hear and be freaked out about it. Yeah, I think they had to have murdered him, but who? It was probably, the mutton chop dude and the hat maker? Yeah, they were sitting right next to each other. I don't see how they would have not seen the other do that if they weren't protecting each other. And the hat maker did... Well, no. I was going to say the hat maker corroborated Mutton Chop's story a little bit, but that just kind of makes sense because he also saw that the victim's hand were bloodied, and that checks out.
How do you explain the victim's miraculous appearance inside the cabin of the omnibus?
Well, you see, I have an answer for you. There's only one way to explain how the victim came to be inside the carriage. There's another entrance. If the door wasn't opened even once, the only explanation is that the victim entered the enclosed cabin some other way.
I wondered what new fantasy you would come up with in your blind panic. But behold, the omnibus is here for all to see.
Only one side of the enclosed cabinet is furnished with a door. The other only has windows. Fixed windows which cannot possibly open. In short, there's no entrance to the cabin other than the door. You, sir, are wrong. There could be. There's only one possibility you haven't considered. Oh, really? Yeah, one other way inside the cabin that isn't a door. Another opening, the use of which allowed the victim to appear inside the enclosed cabin.
All right, Council. Enough of this jibber-jabbering. You should probably tell us what the hell it is now before we, kill your innocent man.
Here's the omnibus. Where's the entrance where it was? Well, that's obvious, sir. It's right here. That was not the right button. That was definitely not... It was R. R I was supposed to press it, not G. The answer's obvious. It can only have been the skylight.
I say, the skylight?
Objection!
Your ludicrous proposal almost has me lost for words. However, no, you see. The skylight may very well be large enough for someone to pass through. So you claim. But do you have a shred of evidence to support your addle-brained theory? Can we just try opening it, bro? You want to try doing it beforehand? Both Mr. McGilded and Miss Lestrade said the same in their testimonies. They each claimed to have heard a loud thud, such as the noise made by someone falling to the floor.
Yes, which has already been explained, as the sound of the victim falling from his seat, having been assaulted with a dagger.
Yes, it has, but would a man slipping from the seat onto the floor really have made such a loud noise as the witnesses describe? A noise loud enough to cause Miss Lestrade to let out an involuntary cry, in fact.
Good gracious!
Perhaps, in fact, that was the moment that the victim made his entrance into the cabin. No, let me rephrase that. The victim didn't enter the cabin as such. He fell into it.
Objection!
You're such a fucking idiot. You're suggesting the victim fell from the skylight into the cabin? That's simply impossible. Impossible, you say? Impossible's a very strong word. How can you be so sure? Because if the victim had fallen inside through the skylight as you say, the passengers on the roof deck would have seen it happen. And yet, not one person made mention of such events in their testimony. Well, yes, that's true, but I may shed some light on this situation. Might a humble fella make a wee comment here? Mr. McGilded? To be sure now, the two fellows who were sat on the roof that testified afore said nothing of the victim falling through the skylight. But it seems to me, my lord, that is not so much a case of them not saying, but... Well, aye. It was them doing it. 'Tis a case of them being unable to say. What? I think perhaps the two fellas do be having something of a compelling reason not to mention what happened. Would you not agree, fine ladies and gentlemen of the jury? Oh my goodness, surely not. Those two chaps on the roof. Oh my god.
You mean the ones who struck that knife in the man were...
Ah! That's right. It was the witnesses all along. Just what exactly are you insinuating here, you blitherer? You rotter, he said, you rotter. What are you insinuating? This is a flaming outrage. I've got a good mind to get you a blinker in a minute. He'll give you a shiner in a minute, he said, or so will I. Mr. Fairplay, you're effectively accusing me, a city gentleman and well-respected banker, and me, a very angry hatter, suggesting that someone like me could have stabbed that man in the guts. It's a disgrace. It's scandalous. I gotta shoot my cane. I'm so upset. I protest. I protest in the strongest possible terms. That's right. I protest too. How about you round scoundrel? Oh, now there are 4 people that I have to pay attention to. Order! This is not the time, witnesses. I will not permit this wanton invasion of the stand. Return to the anteroom a chance. But this is beyond reason, my lord. It's outrageous. It's very hurtful, you know. My lord, if I may comment.
Go ahead, Lord Van Zeeks.
It was the defense that incited this outburst from the witnesses. My learned friend has seen fit to abandon all protocol and accuse the witnesses without proof. Accuse? I never intended to. It seems, young Nipponese, that your command of the English tongue is wanting. It is literally, I learned it a month ago, dude. You gotta give me some slack. You proposed to this court that the victim fell through the skylight from the roof deck of the omnibus. The hypothesis cannot possibly stand without the rooftop passengers being aware of the events. You'd have branded these gentlemen liars. You'd have intimidated their criminal guilt. Imitated. In our British court of laws, that is what termed a baseless accusation. Ugh. I know I was rash to put this idea forward without any actual evidence, but you can't just dismiss it without a second thought. What are you wasting time for? Get them to testify. I thought there was some fishing about I had the moment I laid eyes on a fellow. We have to take this right through that one by another. If there's filth and rubbish in our midst, we must dispose of it at once. Testify! Testify! What's happening, Mr. Naruhodo? The spectators in the public gallery are. They're in a complete frenzy.
Mr. Fairplay and Mr. First.
My lord?
You will take the stand again and make another formal testimony in reference to the incitement brought by the defense.
Yes, my lord. Shit. I didn't come here for this. I thought being angry about being accused would have cleared our names. There's no time to think this through. All I can do is keep pushing forward. Witness testimony. Okay, what are they gonna say? We were the only two people on that roof deck, dead or alive. I could swear to that. If anything had happened when we were sitting, don't you think one of us would have noticed? In any case, neither of us know the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill the man. The skylight was shut the entire time, I tell you. We couldn't have possibly have opened it. If you're so sure the victim fell through the skylight, where's your proof? There's maybe something on the skylight?
I must say, on listening to this testimony, it is somewhat hard to imagine how either witness could have performed any malevolent act on this rooftop deck without the other noticing forthwith.
That's right, you see? We're innocent, I tell you. Although logically, of course, the argument falls down if the two of you were in collusion with one another. What? Shit! Ah! Huh! According to investigations by Scotland Yard, the two witnesses share no common dealings. Ha! Well, I don't trust coppers any more than I trust stinking rich. Something doesn't feel right here. The trial is going in our favor, really. So why do I feel so uneasy?
Counsel for the defense, over to you. Your cross-examination, please.
Oh, yes, my lord. Man, luckily the prosecution can't question them at all. That would have been disastrous if they could. Refuting the accusation. You're the only two people up on that roof deck. Okay, okay.
Hold it!
Are you sure? Are you sure there was not another person? So no time to the victim, Mr. Mason, climb up to join you on the roof deck. Absolutely not. Dick it. No question about it, he said. Not at all. Oh, but yes, of course. I remember seeing them both. I saw the victim inside the enclosed cabin talking with this man here.
Is this true, Mr. McGilded?
Dear me, my lord, at the risk of repeating myself, I boarded the omnibus alone and nodded off inside almost immediately. That's an outright lie. Without doubt, you were engaged in. Let me stop you there, fella, and ask, do you have any evidence at all? Ah. Shit. 'Tis all about evidence in the courts these days, so it is. You would do well to remember that. So, like, I get that they want us to present evidence, but then, like, why are we listening to the testimonies of the people then? Because, like, we're just taking all these people's, like, word for it. How are we supposed to prove that what they saw was what they saw? Ah, I saw you with my own eyes! This is going so well. If anything had happened when we were sitting, I don't think one of the other of us would have noticed. Are you sure? Well, it was on the final run of the omnibus at past 10 o'clock in the evening. It would certainly have been quite dark. Perhaps too dark to see clearly? Is this some kind of a lark? Is this some kind of a joke he said? Is that what this is? Or perhaps one or the other of you fell asleep briefly. Are you fair dinkum, sir? Are you serious, sir? That's what he said. It's impossible, I tell you. I'd give you the keys to the vault if you could fall asleep in that bitter cold. And if you did manage it, your eyelids would be shut if you'd never open them again. That's extreme. It was extreme, I tell you, and we had to put up with it because this man had locked the door. Any true dent would have unlocked it and let me in when I knocked. I'm dreadfully sorry about that, young fella. But you see, I was away with the fairies and I didn't see it all. That's a lie. I saw you through the glass. You were talking to someone. Now, 'twas a cold night, so it was. People do be seeing things that aren't real in the cold. 'Tis hardly surprising. Seeing things. I believe we have reached an impasse here on this particular point. You! Don't take it personally now, lad. If I'm a suspect in the case, then 'tis only fair that you and the other fiend are too. Open and free competition is what capitalist society is all about. Yeah, now you're shaking in your boots just because I put some logic at you, huh? How about you stop shaking that fist around? This isn't a competition I would like to be involved in, really. In any case, neither of us know the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill the man. You are lying about that one. So, you had never met Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason before? Oh, lum, no, not once, never. He'd never met the man before, he said. Never. And you, Mr. First, had no prior dealings with the victim either? That's right, sir. Hatters don't have much to do with brickmakers, to be perfectly honest, sir. No, I imagine not. You see, how many different ways can I put this? Neither of us have the remotest connection to the gentleman. No. Oh my god, that's... it lights up their portrait, too? Sure, I like that. What's up? What's up, McGilded? They knew each other? Yes, Counselor, what could I be doing here for? Did the witness's last statement give you pause for thought somehow? Not the remotest connection. Is that right now? I wonder. Huh? What are you insinuating now? Ah, Mr. Fairplay. It has been too long, so it has. Eh? If I'm not very much mistaken, I believe 'tis fast approaching, is it not? Your repayment date. I beg your pardon? You borrowed 20 guineas from me, sir. That unconscionable rate of interest, you tricked me. It's extortion. Well now, is that a touch of begrudgery, is it? The sort of begrudgery that might motivate a fella to pass his crimes off on another? And young Mr. First. Me, sir? What do you want with me, sir? You two be making hats for a living, do you not? That there top hat sliding on your head. Is that one of your own creations, is it? Oh, well, I'm just apprentice, you understand. I'm learning to find the perfect fit for whatever fine jet walks through the door. The perfect fit, is it? Well, 'tis a very distinctive design, so it is. Many customers like it, I tell you. They like a distinctive touch. Customers, such as Thrice-Fired Mason. Ah! Oh yeah, he did have a hat like that in his photo, huh? There's a photograph for it that the victim submitted as evidence for, my lord. This you mean? Yeah, look at his hat. It's patched up like that. I can't help thinking that this poor fellow looks distinctly familiar, wouldn't you say? Oh! Shit! I didn't think you would notice that. That's one of my hats. Aye, it is, so it would seem the brickmaker was a customer of yours. What? The sort of customer I'd wagered you could have had a wee quarrel with over distinctiveness of your goods. No, sir, absolutely not, sir. Well, there's really nothing more to add. It wouldn't be right to say that the two fellas here haven't the remotest connection to the victim, you see. Oh, and the bow as well. I rest my case. You little weasel! Arrgh. He's better at this than I am. Gosh, Mr. McGilded has certainly been thorough in this research, hasn't he? Please, don't let me, little interruption, hold up the proceedings. Hey, I got an achievement for that. The skylight was shut the entire time. I tell you, we couldn't possibly have opened it. Couldn't have possibly, you said. Are you quite certain about that? That the skylight was shut the entire time? I'm going to lose my block with you in a minute. He's going to lose his rag with you in a minute. That's what he said. Take a look for yourself. Go on. Okay. You see, it's shut fast now, just like on that night. Okay, and what's that little latch on the side? So it is, of course. A fellow the size of Mr. Mason could likely break through it, is and all. What? Just looking at the size of the thing, you can understand. Now, hold on a minute, sir. The size of that thing means nothing. Nothing on its own. Let's consider the bigger picture here, shall we? Let's stop biting our cane, shall we? I was riding the omnibus on another occasion when, well, I broke wind loudly. I shocked myself with it as it happened.
Okay. I don't understand why you're telling us this.
Oh, I was just made to say, well, the point is I tried to open the skylight, you see. But, just my luck, I couldn't make it budge. The stench was terrible. Everyone was glaring daggers at me, see? I went red as rose, I did.
Are you expecting me to sentence you?
Oh, no, sir. The point is, the skylight can't be open. I tried it and tried when I was inside that cabin of shame.
Oh, what do you have to say, Missy?
Do you have something to say about that, Miss Lestrade? Maybe. Miss Lestrade. It opens. Huh? The skylight. That is what we're talking about, right? Oh, is she? Oh, she's loading it. She's getting prepared. Who you blasting? All them skylights open, dead easy. More easily than you can load that weapon? That's a lie, I tell you. Otherwise, when I broke in, you can't do it from inside, you mug. Oh. Look, a few weeks ago, I was up on the roof deck of one of them drags. And I had a great haul. I mean, I had purses coming out my ears.
Miss Lestrade, this is not the form to be eulogizing on the subject of your criminal activities.
Well, anyway, I had a bit of a scare. When I lifted the last bloke's purse, he got wise to me. All four of them surrounded me, so I couldn't hop off the bus and leg it. So what I did was, I used the skylight, opened the catch, and jumped right through. What? Yeah, the catch for them skylights is on the top side. That's why you can't open them from the cabin. The skylight opens from the roof deck?
Bailiff! Verify this information at once!
Does it open? It's that latch. Yep, it opens. Oh me, oh my. So do either of you want to change your statements, perhaps? Maybe one of you has been caught lying in court. See? Man, she's so cool. What the hell?
Order, order! So it appears that this street girl statement is quite true.
I don't believe it. Skylight opens. And from the roof deck. Why? But like, why is she the one who had to bring it up? You would think that like the carriage master who's like in the jury would have been like, they opened up. What the hell are you talking about? They opened up from the top. But nope. He decided to not say anything like an ass. Mr. Naruhodo, this could be the clue we've been looking for. It is the clue we were looking for.
Counsel for the defense, please continue with your cross-examination.
Yes, my lord. So, the skylight opens. Perhaps I should investigate for myself. If you're so sure the victim fell through the skylight, where's your proof? Can I just present the skylight now? Can I examine this? Can I... Ooh, there we go. The skylight. So the skylight was fastened shut before, but now the catch has been undone, we should be able to open it. Oh yeah. There we go. Let's, what is the point of doing it? Can we look at it again? You can certainly see inside this carriage through this opening, that's for sure. Yes, and there's a lamp in the enclosed cabin. So I'm sure the witnesses would have been able to see quite clearly. That's not good for us. Oh, okay, that was just what they said before, I think. So let's present this. So yeah, they totally could have. There's clearly something odd about that last statement made by the witness.
There's clearly something odd here indeed. Your behavior
Oh, wait, was that wrong? Oh, yeah, I guess I am dumb. I'm sorry. Yeah, phew. I won't lower my hand until I prove my client's innocence, as long as it's quite quick. It's kind of getting tired over here. So, like, how do I present... Because I presented the omnibus. Do I have to, like, present this? No, I can't present anything in here. Well, damn, I'm not sure what to do then.
Hold it!
I mean, let's just press him on it then. Proof. That's right, I demand to hear it. We came here to see what we saw, I tell you, not for this. But you could call us both shysters, brand us as criminals. You could call us liars, that's what he means, and accuse us of doing it. As stands at the moment. Whoa. There's no hard evidence that incriminates yourselves now, is there? I believe we're in the much same position as one another here. If I don't crack this case soon, he'll crack his teeth. I wonder if these two men really were involved in some way. I couldn't say. I mean, I don't really know anything about them, do I? Although, by the same token, I don't really know anything about Mr. McGilded either. It's so hard to know what to believe here. I think we should try to remember that it's evidence alone that can truly determine the outcome of this trial. Evidence. No one can argue against decisive evidence, including the members of the jury. They have to. They're forced to listen to us, you see. So you're saying that what we need now is to find a conclusive piece of evidence. Evidence, you say? So you're saying we need to do what we've been doing this whole time. Only two people on that roof deck, dead or alive, I can swear to that. Okay. Do you think one of us would have noticed? In any case, neither of us know the first thing. We had no reason to kill them. Skylight was shut the entire time. We could have possibly opened it, and... So can I present it here, or do I have to press it here? But we know now that the skylight does in fact... Oh, okay. It was just questioning him about it again. And what's more, the catch that secures it is found on the roof deck side. This is getting flamin' onkus. This is getting absurd, he said. Completely absurd. That's right, neither of us knew the skylight had a catch. If we didn't know, we couldn't have opened it. If we didn't open it, we couldn't have kicked the fellow down. Please, where's this idea about kicking the victim through the skylight coming from? Whoever designed these carriages anyway, fancy not being able to open the skylight from the inside. What about breaking wind? Didn't they think about that? There's no point of having a skylight if you can't spare you embarrassment, is there? We're really getting off topic here. If you actually have a point, pray, do enlighten the rest of us. Okay, I'll tell you what my point is. What is it? If you're so sure the victim fell through the skylight, where's your proof? Wait, what do you mean? Wait, what? Wait, am I supposed to do that again? Yeah, we don't know anything about them. Okay. We need to find more evidence. You had no reason to kill him. We already did that one. But they wouldn't do it a third time, would they? They wouldn't make you do that a third time. Or maybe I should, like, present something? Hold on. Let's look at the omnibus again.
Objection!
Oh, no, I presented it. Oh, God. Oh, I'm so dumb. No. Okay. I really didn't mean to. If you're so sure... Oh, wait, it's this one. Oh, that's why. Yeah, I was like, where's your proof? But I was just presenting it on the wrong statement, I guess.
Objection.
Okay. The witness's last statement is clearly at odds with this piece of evidence. Damn it. Never mind. It is not, apparently. Oh my god. I am actually going to fail this for a second time. Oh god. So, we've got... Sure, let's just question you again. Proof. That's right, I demand to hear it. Okay. Yep. I am calling you, both of you, liars. You are, in fact, both liars. As it stands at the moment, both of you are liars. Man, he is actually going, like, batshit crazy, though. Who chews a cane? Like, I know that, like, some kids chew on, like, pencils. I still don't get why they did that. Maybe it's, like, the taste for the feeling. But that's, like, either stone, steel, or... Well, I mean, I guess it could be wood. But, like, canes are hard. They're meant to, like, support your weight. So I highly doubt it would, be pleasant to bite into. Okay. Can I like investigate the things, or do I have to present it? Oh, I can't examine. Oh wait, what the fuck? You can certainly see... What's that red? What's that red thing? No, seriously, what the hell is that? That's not the latch, is it? Oh, it might be. No, but it's so weirdly shaped. Look at that. Yeah, no, that's blood for sure. Can I not look at it? It's only looking inside. Okay. Do I have to go, like, inside? Maybe we have to go inside and examine it. Alright, let's go inside. Because, like, if we can get that blood, like, on the court case... Oh, yeah, man. I didn't even realize there was a ton of blood on the ground. But let's look up. Yes. To the blood! Look at it! Yes, it does very open wide, doesn't it? Enough to kick someone like you through, certainly, Mr. Naruhodo. Why someone like me? Well, you did fuck up like 15 times. Ah! What is it? Look, just here! Look at this! That's, without question, it's blood! Why would there be a blood stain there? Surely, it can't be unrelated to the case, can it? Probably not. There's bloodstain visible from the frame. Okay, that's what we needed to change. Now we can just exit out. What statement was it? Was it 3? Nope, you didn't know him. It was shut the entire time. Where's your proof? Oh, okay. Yep, that's it. BAM!
Objection.
Omnibust. You just got bust, sir. On the night in question, the victim was fatally stabbed in the stomach. And immediately afterwards, the victim's body was pushed through the skylight into the cabin below. Those are the facts. And the irrefutable proof remains clearly visible in the omnibus and stands before us today in this very courtroom. What? That's utter humbug. You can't possibly have any evidence. No, you can't. I mean, we didn't do it, I tell you. It's impossible. Irrefutable proof here in the courtroom. Counsel, my lord, I believe everyone would appreciate a little clarification here, You want to maybe explain this shit to the rest of us who are not in the know? Where exactly within the omnibus is it?
Well, you see, you'll point out what it is that proves the victim fell from the roof. Okay, I mean, I just found it. Where? Oh, there it is. Hello. I would like to present this. You see this blood here? By Jupiter, is that blood? Yeah. This bloodstain proves two things. Firstly, when the incident occurred, the skylight of the omnibus was open. What? And secondly, the victim was already bleeding when he fell through the opening. Oh my! And so it follows that Mr. McGilded, who was inside the enclosed cabin himself at the time, cannot possibly be guilty of this crime. No! Yeah, man, you're gonna have to pay back your dues from jail. Hope you'll. Oh no, wait, it's not jail. Oh wait, actually, the guilty gets hung. Hope the 20 guineas was worth it, man. Hope the 20 guineas was worth your life. You could have just paid it off. But no, you had to be like, oh, this is a perfect chance to frame him, blah, blah, blah.
Hold it.
But the blood could have been sprayed up there when the fellow was stabbed inside the cabin.
Are you an idiot? It only found its way to that one particular spot on the skylight. Sure, it would have been convenient for you, maybe. And let's keep in mind that the skylight catch can only be unfastened from the roof deck. I myself wouldn't have been able to open it now, would I? But there's no way to know for certain, is there? If the gem really fell through the skylight, I mean. Why don't you have a good look at the floor of the cabin between the two seats, Mr. First? 'Tis all too plain, if you see. There's the aftermath that shows the poor fellow dropped from a fair height right there, so it is.
What? No!
But it can't be. It's all
lies! My fellow jury members, I think we can all agree that this is clear proof of the defendant's innocence, can't we?
I believe we can. Yes, sir. It's clear to me now where the filthy rubbish can be found in the courtroom. Ha! So, they thought they could pull the wool over my eyes, did they?
Despicable. I won't tolerate any of the guild's characters being sullied with blood. I won't tolerate it.
Oh, I always knew that nice gentleman who gave us that delightful park couldn't have done such a... Oh, you always knew? You always knew, Grandma? How about those multiple times when you voted guilty, huh? Huh?
On three then, everyone. 1, 2, 3.
Objection.
Oh, come on, man. What do you have now?
Chilling performance, Mr. McGilded.
Oh, and what would you be referring to there now, Lord Van Zeeks? Yeah, what do you have now?
A bloodstain on the frame of the skylight. Such evidence is null and void.
What? Why?
For one extremely simple reason. It makes me lose!
It never existed. What are you talking about?
It's there for all to see, and it's clearly blood. I personally attended Scotland Yard's investigation of the omnibus. The officers involved went over the carriage with a fine-tooth comb.
Huh?
So I can state with absolute surety, no such smear of blood existed in the carriage. Not at least until the trial began.
Oh my god.
Are you suggesting, Lord Van Beeks, that this stain of blood was fabricated, my lord? Yes, and while this court has been in session.
What? Oh no, that's not good. That's not good at all. What's a paveler? I must say I didn't expect such crude reasoning from a prosecutor of your standing, Lord Van Zeeks. Yeah? But I'm Magnus McGilded, a fellow known all over the capital for his fine contributions to the public life. I don't take kindly to slander, and I'll fight it to the bitter end. Even if it's rolling off the tongue of the Reaper of the Bailey.
Mr. McGilded, I realize that this is your first appearance in court as the accused. However, I am well aware of your involvement behind the scenes in a great many affairs of dubious nature.
And? What of it?
You're very adept when it comes to avoiding getting your own hands dirty.
And each time it happens, that case you're involved in is investigated, you adapt the facts. Adapt the facts? What does that even mean? Well, you see, now time for my third glass of wine. When you wield a fortune the size of Mr. McGilded's, however ill-gotten it may be, nothing is impossible. Tampering with evidence, manipulating the scene of a crime, bribing witnesses. I toast your ability to concoct the most convenient of stories, sir.
Tut, Lord Van Dix. This will not do, to be sure. Will it now, counsel? Oh, no. Definitely not. I think it's fair to say, this does all sound like a rather far-fetched excuse by a desperate man. The blood on the skylight didn't exist, you say? But, if you will all cast your minds back, is it not true that the omnibus has been here in the courtroom the entire time? How could anyone possibly put a smear of blood in it without a word and his wife seeing? Oh, you mean like when that giant smoke cloud came out? No, I'm gonna... It's... Ryunosuke! It's not true. But it hasn't been.
My learned friend. Here's to hearing your opinion on this matter, in your own words.
As you wish. Could someone have tampered with the omnibus during this trial? If you're asking me, I think
it could have been possible, yeah.
Yeah, because, like, the smoke came out. The smoke came out and everything was clouded. As best I can. But still, I feel as though there's something even more important at stake here. My honor. My honor as a Nipponese. There's no evidence to suggest the defendant did as my learned friend suggests. However, in terms of having the opportunity to carry out the alleged tampering, there is one possibility. Oh! Good gracious! Explain yourself, counsel!
Yes, there is. It seems my learned Nipponese friend has no intention of running from this deceit.
Deceit? I'm sure everyone still remembers clearly the recess that we were forced to take. As a result of the smoke grenade fired by the witness currently in the stand, Miss Gina Lestrade. Lestrade? I don't know. I've been swapping back and forth the entire time. But yeah, during that entire time, it was clouded, so they definitely could have. I like how Van Zieks was actually like, secure the omnibus, like trying not to let anyone tamper with it, and he still failed. Okay, yep, and yeah, because everything was obscured, and we had the recess, so not only was it blinding, but also I'm assuming not many people were in the room afterwards. All of us were made to leave this chamber. In that brief interval, under the veil of smoke and in all the chaos, it could have been possible to steal inside the omnibus. Yeah, it did seem a little weird how evidence disappeared. Are you wise? What are you trying to pull, you rotten, feckless gouger? Feckless? Gouger? Did he just call me a virgin? I think he just called me a virgin. You're supposed to be defending me. 'Tis a wicked plot. 'Tis a plot to undermine me, so it is.
Whatever you think this is, it changes nothing. The facts are the same. After this courtroom was evacuated earlier as a result of the smoke grenade... Oh, God. I need to burp a little bit. Ooh. Those chips. I was trying to eat the chips in between speaking. I think that just made me inhale a ton of air, so I'm just burping constantly. Oh God. Oh no, wait. Is it worse? Might be the hiccups. Excuse me. Oh God. Hold on. Wait a few seconds. Is nothing happening? Okay, it was just a series of unpleasant burps in a row. After this courtroom was evacuated earlier as a result of the smoke grenade, a number of inconsistencies materialized in relation to the omnibus. Inconsistencies? Such as? To start with, the storage compartment underneath the rear passenger seat. When the police investigated the omnibus, this compartment was full of the driver's items. Secondly, we have the smear of blood on the edge of the skylight. As I've said, that was not present at the start of the trial this morning. So was it McGilded after all? Was the game just like toying with us and he was actually the one?
No one is able to corroborate your claims.
That's true. When the omnibus was first wheeled out, both the storage compartment and the skylight were shut.
Accordingly, I'm afraid to say, we cannot establish with any certainty if this evidence is the result of tampering or not.
Indeed, my lord. No doubt there was not a single person who saw fit to verify such things. What do you think? Sorry? About the omnibus. Is there anything else unusual about the omnibus? I guess so? Wait, was there anything else?
Yes, counsel?
There is one further inconsistency. A mark that surely could not have been present at the start of the trial.
What?
What in the devil's name are you going to say now? If you dare betray me, you little maggot, you'd better start watching your back.
Objection!
Are you threatening your own defense, you dumbass? Silence, McGilded. The court awaits the defense's clarification. Rah. This trial keeps swinging one way and then the other. I have no idea what's the truth and what's deception. What am I supposed to believe here?
I shall have to ask you to elaborate, counsel.
Oh god. Oh god. Exactly. You know, out of like this entire room and like everything that was around it, was the floor blood there? It's also like a much lighter shade of red. Oh, is that like a light shade of red too? That is. Is that... Do you think that's paint? It could be paint from the girl. But yeah, when we went into the omnibus earlier to like look at the thing, I didn't mention it before, but I didn't remember seeing this on the ground. Alleged mark. And I don't think there's any other mark, so I will go with this. That's blood, isn't it? Is something wrong? Oh, it's just, well, this blood stain is so obvious, that's all. And yet, Van Zieks has made no mention of it. I suppose that did seem a little strange. Why do I have such a bad feeling about this? Yeah, I will present it. If we consider that the victim fell through the skylight onto the floor of the cabin, you would certainly expect to find signs of blood where he landed. But as far as I can recall, this bloodstain on the cabin floor was not there when the omnibus was first brought into the courtroom.
Good lord! Good googly moogly!
Yeah, adjust your glasses. Get your glasses up tight. Posture check, everyone. It's been a solid 2 hours and 46 minutes. Are you slouched? Are you leaning over? Maybe get some water in you and sit up straight for a little bit. Blood. Yeah, the blood is just chilling there, man. A very, like, because she had, the girl said that she had a bunch of different colored paints. But who's to say she didn't have a red one and just, like, emptied it for the blood?
I do believe you're right, counsel.
Well said. Although, as advocate for the defense, one might say that it was a very careless slip of the tongue. Listen, I'm not defending him. I'm defending truth, value, and my own honor, as well as Cosmo's. You know, I would say rest in peace, but he's obviously still alive somewhere. Somewhere. If not anywhere in the world, in my heart, okay? I believe that bloodstain on the floor is a decisive piece of evidence. But the question is whether that evidence is genuine, or whether it was unlawfully fabricated by someone. I feel compelled to admit there's at least a possibility that the evidence is fake. Ooh. Oh man. We're getting some brownie points with Zeke. With the Zekester. Yeah, it's like really hard to tell what's going on now. This trial is over! Mr. McGilded? I've done everything I possibly can do to cooperate the court, but 'tis all over now. But you're the defendant. 'Tis over, I tell you. Oh, okay. Memory, recollection, what people think they saw. 'Tis all a nonsense. Facts are what counts, and the fact is that bloodstain is there now. Well... And over the course of this desperate trial, long and extremely drawn out as it has been, that good-for-nothing Reaper of the Bailey has failed to present any decisive evidence at all. Ugh. I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty sure McGilded may have done it. I don't know. It's so hard to tell. There's so many people lying, so many things that just don't make sense or like not adding up. I'm scandalized, so I am. I thought better of Lord Van Zieks. Well, my lord?
Well, looks like you're guilty as shit. I must concur with the defendant. The unaffirmed recollections of an individual cannot stand as evidence. At this moment in time, the particular bloodstain in question is very much in existence. In an absence of any credible method by which to prove its alleged previous non-existence, I regret to say that it would be improper for this trial to continue.
Your lordship can't be serious.
Lord Van Zieks, what is your position here?
The prosecution, my lord, has no further witnesses or evidence to present. Man, he is pissed.
Very well, in that case, as I believe we have explored every possible avenue in this matter, I shall proceed to my adjudication. As a formality, I am of course obliged to confirm with the defense first.
What formality? As things stand at the moment, it would seem that Mr. McGilded would be found not guilty. Yeah. Which would mean we've won. Is that really the right outcome here? Yeah, I know. I'm kind of torn about it too. It kind of seems like McGilded kind of did it now. Is there a fart for the trial to come to an end now with all these unexplained inconsistencies?
Counsel for the defense, your closing statement, please.
Okay. Yes, my lord. The defense believes... Oh my god. The defendant is innocent. The defendant could be guilty. Honestly, I was... Ah, man. Anyone who shows like a huge outburst like that, and he has been showing quite a lot of outbursts, like whenever we haven't sided with him or like haven't lied for him. So, I mean, and he did fabricate evidence. There's a lot that just didn't add up. Was she in the bottom of the carriage? Like, because they said they moved it all over to the side, but the stuff was still in there. So, like, did they put it back? That was never explained. Or, like, the I'm still going to say it's paint. The paint blood appearing after the gas was in the courtroom. I don't know. Yeah, just a ton of stuff not making any sense. I think they could be guilty. I am here in this courtroom today to advocate for the defense of my client, Mr. McGilded. However, at this moment in time, I cannot, in all in good conscience, attest fully to the defendant's innocence.
What are you saying, man?
Yo. Without any question, there's no conclusive evidence to prove that the defendant is guilty. However, there is also no conclusive evidence to prove that he is innocent.
Good gracious me!
Oh, he mad. He pissed now.
Order! This is unprecedented behavior, counsel. A defense lawyer calling the accused innocence into question? Are you of sound mind?
Oh, it was a grand decision to appoint you as my lawyer, so it was a grand decision. What? I must say, I didn't expect quite such an exciting spectacle at the end there, but still. Here, have this for your troubles. Oh, so now we have 2 guinea. Please stop throwing coins at me. Your job done is done here, fella, and some fine work you've done, so you have. What do you mean? 'Tis just the right honourable gentleman so succinctly put it afore. The trial can't go on anymore. And your closing statement there was, how did you put it now? Nothing more than a formality. You leprechaun ass. Gotta give him the good old Wario laugh. really don't know what to make of all this.
Was the evidence we've seen genuine, or was it fake?
His lordship would be fuming. Any unsightly rubbish should be disposed of promptly, as I said. The stinking rich are always guilty of something, you... mark my words. I feel terribly ashamed that I ever doubted that lovely man who gave us lovely park. What is your decision, Judge?
Now that proceedings have unfolded in this way, I am compelled to declare a premature end to this trial. Furthermore, the court must accept the defendant's plea of not guilty.
I thank you kindly, my lord.
You are a swindler, a heavy swindler. I hereby pronounce the verdict of this court.
What's going on? But we still haven't determined if the bloodstain in the omnibus is genuine or not. We don't know if these witnesses are telling the truth or a pack of lies. We have no idea about the truth.
Lord Van Zeeks, my lord. The case made by the prosecution is flawed, plain and simple. If indeed the omnibus presented as evidence was tampered with, the prosecution is at fault for allowing such a disgraceful preservation of justice to take place.
No, I'm pretty sure it's the court's fault. What was he supposed to do? Like, guard it? He doesn't have a sword, we do. Man. I mean, I get that law is just kind of like a new thing, but this is so ass backwards. Come on. It's not his fault.
My sincerest apologies, my lord.
Yeah, it's not his fault. But wait. When we were evacuated from the courtroom, Lord Van Zeeks ordered the evidence to be secured.
I'm afraid the prosecution cannot shun responsibility in this matter.
How? How the hell? Yeah, like, how is it his fault? Come on.
The culpability of the defendant has not at the present time been established by the court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to proffer judgment.
What? Oh, look at him. He knows what he did. Well, Lord Van Zeeks, it's been a pleasure, so it has. And as for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense. Okay. What do you mean to tell me this has all been a great waste of time? 'Tis the law of the land, me good man. If you'd like to pursue this matter further, you can always go ahead and try to change the law.
And I will. Magnus McGilded.
Good grief, you've more to say to me, have you?
Just one thing. A warning. This is far from over.
Well, something to be looking forward to then.
I hereby pronounce the defendant, Mr. Magnus McGilded, not guilty.
Woo! Yay! Hey, I guess. Oh my God! Fireworks! This is such like a hollow victory, man. They really wanted us to be like unsure about this entire thing, huh? I really hope that the next trial we have, like, maybe we can be informed of the facts beforehand instead of finding it out during court, which is, as I'm sure you acolytes have guessed, not the best place to find out all the facts. It's in fact the worst place. Did you see how many mistakes I made? I made like 15. I'm unsure of everything. So am I, Power. I'm unsure of everything myself. Ryunosuke is unsure of everything. The judge, Van Zeeks, is unsure of everything. McGilded is confident. He's confident in something. As for what he's confident in, I don't know. The fact that he would get off, probably. I get off on you, getting off on me. I forget the rest of the song. And my first ever trial in Great Britain came to an abrupt end, with the defendant being found not guilty. Obstinately a victory for us. Ostensibly a victory for us. But why does it feel so hollow? Is he a bad guy? 18th February, 5:14 p.m. The Old Bailey, Defendant's Antechamber. Damn. Yeah, this is a bad feeling in my gut. That certainly was a long trial. Ah, yeah, it was. Your first ever trial on foreign soil, and your first victory. It's a wonderful performance. It would be. My heartfelt congratulations. And to you, Miss Susato, thank you for your assistance. I suppose we should be happy. The trouble is, we're still completely in the dark about what actually happened. Well, we didn't have enough time. But isn't it wrong? I mean, who was actually responsible for Mr. Mason's death? We don't even know that. The sole aim of the defense is to obtain a verdict that exonerates the defendant. You carried out your duty to perfection. Aye, that you did! Mr. McGill did. Ah, and that girl's with him too. Well, it seems the stories are true. Oh, what stories? About the 6 enormous fireworks they do be letting off when there's a verdict of not guilty. I'm sure you must have seen them now. Spectacular, wouldn't you say? Yeah, definitely. I heard it was a sight to behold, to be sure. It was! It was a sight. And I have you to thank, I suppose, for having an opportunity to see it. Oh, I don't know about that. I'm not sure I really did anything. What on earth are you saying, fella? How did I walk out there a free man, then? I don't think it was so much thanks to me as down to your planning. You're a straight-talking fella, aren't you? I must say, you had me astray in the head there once or twice. But you're young and headstrong. Ah, 'tis water under the bridge. Congratulations, Mr. McGilded, on having your name cleared. But nothing's resolved. There's only one thing that matters to me. Oh, what's that? Aye! Making some money! They've all seen that I didn't do odious and obstinate deed. 'Tis grand, is it not? I suppose it is. Now the fine fellows of Scotland Yard can take matters in hand and sort out any wee details. They'll see it for what it is. They'll get the truth. Yeah, it's like, I don't think... It's like... I don't know. Like, I don't think he did it. Unless he, like, remarkably removed all of the blood from his hands. Well, I mean, I guess he could have just stabbed him real quick and it might have gotten on the palm of the glove. I don't know. That whole course was messy. That whole case was messy. I do be providing a good number of their wages with all the taxes I pay. It's not that funny. So then, as we agreed aforehand, 1,000 guineas for your troubles, fella. Oh, no, I couldn't possibly accept that much. Ah, bewitched, you're a humble person, you are. Ye from the east? Well, if you insist. I shall not pay you, but have this. Still in all, you deserve a reward. 3 guineas total.
Mr. Magnus McGilded. Everything is ready, sir, if you'd like to follow me into the courtroom.
Into the courtroom? What's this, officer? 'Tis sooner than I was led to believe.
I hope it's not inconvenient, sir. There are some changes to the schedule.
Well, I must be making tracks now. 'Tis time for the inspection. Sorry? What inspection? They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself. They're going to examine it again? Now? Naturally, I'm under no obligation to take part in any more of this matter now. But as an upstanding member of the London Society, I do be doing my best to help where I can. 'Tis a gentleman's duty, so it is. So then, fare thee well. 'Twas an absolute pleasure meeting you. Well, it was fun meeting you too, Mr. McGilded. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this guy. Like, did he do it? Did he not do it? Is that the whole point of this? Like, we're not supposed to know? I hope you have been a whale of a time while you're studying here in Great Britain. Bye. And there he goes. A free man. The freest of men. Because we got that for him. Oh! I forgot she was here too. Ugh. Oh god, no, please, not the face! Not the face! Please! Don't move! Whereas I want to say, get a move on. She really does take forever to load that thing. Miss Lestrade, would you mind putting that thing down? You're a grown-up. Sorry? And I hate all grown-ups. Ah, there you are! Oh my god. Naughty, running off like that. Some kind of a picnic? Who's this little girl now? And taking that with you as well. I was looking forward to the trial run of my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Oh, do you want to play? You won't beat me.
Excuse me, but who are you?
Oh, good day to you. I'm, well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine.
The inventor?
Well, normal smoke grenades are so dull, don't you agree? White, white, and more white. If you have to be shrouded in smoke, could at least be a pretty color, I thought to myself.
Do we have to be shrouded in smoke, though? At all?
I took my eyes off for a moment when I was changing into a different omnibus, and she pinched it. Luckily, I fitted in with a telegraphic beacon.
What's it, Nut? I have no idea what this girl is talking about.
Anyway, you're coming with me now, back to my laboratory. What for? To apologize, of course, silly, to my technician.
What? You mean say sorry?
You must be say sorry when you do something wrong. Surely an adult has told you that before. An adult? I don't listen to no adults. Come along then, follow me.
You gonna... Yeah, I was about to say, you want, like, a blast to the face, Gina? Best not.
Fine, have it your way. Oh, good, you see, I knew you'd want to do the right thing in the end.
I'm fairly sure that what she wants right now is to not get shot by that massive gun of yours. Oh. Bow to you too, ma'am.
We'll be leaving now then, bye-bye. I'm so sorry for all the fuss.
She was a lively one. There she was. Pink-haired inventor, huh? That tends to be a common theme, I guess. Anyone with pink hair is either the main character, a mechanic, or a psychopath. It's one of the three. Or maybe all three, who knows? Well, do you think perhaps we ought to be on our way too now? Yeah, you're right, but where to? Oh! We haven't had time to find a place to stay. No sooner had we arrived in London than we had to rush here. All our Charlie cases are still with the bailiff. I was originally planning to spend today in search of lodgings. But at this late hour of the day, I'm afraid we may be out of luck. Don't worry, though, I have a plan. If the worst comes to worst, I've heard of a lovely park where we could spend the night. Please tell me you're not thinking of McGilded Park. I know it may be a little chilly at this time of year, but our youthfulness will see us through. I'm not so sure about that. I think a midwinter London might freeze a young person solid just as easily as an elderly one. Oh dear, that doesn't sound agreeable. Oh no, she's so sad! I'm starting to regret turning Mr. McGilded down. 1,000 guineas would have been perfect for a lively warm room or a mansion. I wonder how much that is. I wonder what the transfer is. The trial to determine my worthiness for the study tour was over by the end of our first day in London. However, as we were soon to learn, there were more trying times ahead. More trying trials, you say? As the Reaper of the Bailey had warned. The case was far from over. Well, I mean, okay, so that makes 2 cases that have unconcluded endings. Oh my god.
What's going on?
What the hell? Oh, there's a fire. Oh, someone lit it on fire. Did McGilda do that?
I don't know, sir. By the time I got here, it was already engulfed.
No one was supposed to be allowed in here before we started investigating.
Oh my god. I'm still like, oh god, wait, someone's in there? Yo, are you not gonna like open that?
There's someone in there.
Who? Who's in there? No, Judge, stay back. It's too hot. It's too hot for your warm clothes.
This can't be.
This can't be. Oh, what does he sound like? Oh, okay, he's just not gonna say anything. Okay. Oh my god. Was it McGilded in there? It wasn't, no, the young girl was taken off to the workshop. Who was in there? The Realm of the Reaper. Achievement unlocked. Woo! Save progress! We did it. I was starting to think we might not be able to finish it tonight, Acolytes. But I decided to pull through. Alright. But that said, we concluded this story. We found our... I don't know. We found our defendant innocent, even though he might not have been innocent. He might be dead now, actually. We have no way of knowing until we start the next trial.
But I am tired. I do have work tomorrow. I do have to work early tomorrow. So I will talk to all of you later. And as always, I hope you have a good night and try to be kind. Just a little bit. Teeny bit. All right. Talk to y'all later.